Yeah, like I'm like it's harder to do the spell sword in Skyrim than it is in Oblivion, but I did it.
Yeah, I'm glad I made that one too.
Yeah.
Good evening, travelers and adventurers. Welcome to tonight's episode of Roll for Your Lives. Hello, everyone.
Good evening, adventurers and travelers.
Oh, how I
And
missed you.
swords. Hello,
Each and
everyone.
every one of you.
Time to make myself sound awake again. Oh, hi everyone.
Well, Alvara, do you really want to start with something
no.
exciting? Because you have a potion rollover from last
You're
week.
finally awake.
No, I don't remember that actually.
You do. I have it written down.
That's
What was that? Alvara has two
fraudulent.
potions rolling over from last week?
Holy
That was a
shit.
fraudulent. That was false advertising.
I think they
And we're
even
level
have
18.
3. Oh.
Level 18?
4 strength, 4 stam leather belt. Does anyone even know that reference anymore?
No, that's a pretty obscure
Is that
reference.
just an obscure and old one that no one knows anymore?
That's
I
an
like
old.
it, but
It's an old ventrilo harassment where they recorded this guy's voice as he was doing Black Fathom Deeps, and he found a fucking 4 strength, 4 stem leather belt. They recorded it and they played his voice back to him over and over
Well,
again.
here's
and
the
he got,
other
like,
part of that.
furious.
Does anyone even remember what Ventrilo is anymore?
Probably not.
vaguely actually.
Or TeamSpeak.
Is Ventrilo?
Yeah, you remember
Yeah.
Ventrilo?
Is
Get
that
off it. Get
when
off
you have a puppet and you make it talk?
Something like that.
it. That's the one.
It was like before Skype.
Yeah.
Watch people not even remember what Skype is anymore.
What? What did you just say?
Hello, everyone. Hi, Quimtom. Hi, Gruta. Thank you. This is our first time streaming with the new look. We did a
I
little
missed the
upgrade.
plans.
Tell us about it, DM.
I missed the plan.
Well, Audryn's being a butthole, but we got a new look. It's a little more purpley. It's still within a tavern theme, but it's a little bit more in line with our purple iconography. We even got a little slideshow going to show what game we're playing and everything of the sort.
And
Pretty
it's fun,
cool.
fun.
Wait a minute!
It's good. It's good.
Anyway,
How's everyone's day going?
It's a fucking deluge out here.
yeah.
I literally went outside, opened my mouth, and I was hydrated for the entire day.
It was actually overhydrated.
Yeah.
I
I made the mistake of having an umbrella, and I became Mary Poppins.
Oh, did you go flying away?
He's Mary
Yeah,
Poppins,
can you
y'all.
fucking believe that?
We should have gotten it on camera.
Yeah, I had like a 35-minute ride home from work. It turned into like a 50-minute ride home from work.
Oh shit.
I'm like, I hope my car can swim.
I was leaving my building and I opened the door and I audibly said, "Ah shit, oh fuck," and closed the door and bumped into the person behind me who was trying to get out. But the trains weren't impacted, so
Oh, that's
was
not
able
so
to-
bad.
actually get home. So it's
There's something kind of oddly majestic about like a big steel train ripping through a rainstorm. Like when you see it and the water's just ripping off the sides and you're just like,
Yeah.
engineering.
Oh, hello, Mina.
What the hell is going on, you little freaking crazy person,
Hey.
you wild child?
Hey, whoa, hey.
He
Whoa.
is a child. She is a child. 16, goddammit.
Good about
She's a
that?
fairy. She lives in the woods. She's a wild child. That's a
A
literal
wild
thing.
child. Mina,
Actually,
I
the
got a
term
question
wild
for you.
child is an offensive
What is-
stereotype that
what is
fairies
your
try
question?
What do you feel about technology?
Technology.
Oh.
Ah.
I really wish it didn't exist, I'm gonna be honest.
return to monkey.
Any technology.
Return or progress?
Yeah. Have you ever watched the documentary Alone in the Wilderness?
No.
Really good. We should watch it at some point. That is the kind of life I want to live. I
I'd be
want to
down
go
watch
out
it. I love documentaries.
into the wilderness. I want to build a cabin with my own 2 hands, and I just want to live out there.
Yeah,
no
but how
contact
good is
with
the
anyone.
Wi-Fi?
There's
I know.
It's a great point.
Hey, Zacher.
Zacher.
Zacher, good to
Hello.
see ya.
Well, guys, along with our new visual update we've got going on, more exciting things I want to talk about as part of the new year is I want to remind everybody about our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had that.
We've got a YouTube
Yeah,
channel
it's
where if you
free.
miss VODs, we've been uploading the Decay Within the Ice VODs up over there.
Indeed.
I gotta bring us up to date on episodes, but we got most of them. I think up to like 25.
Excellent.
We have Eps.
Storm's really bad here. I feel that the wind is ripping through our town right now.
It seems like it's everywhere, because even Humi's having issues, and they're out in the Midwest right now.
Yes,
The
I
storm is
am
basically
making my
affecting-
U.S. tour.
The out-of-state
storm-
debut for whom?
The storm is basically affecting everything east of the Mississippi at once.
It's
It's
crazy.
affecting me physically, and it's affecting me emotionally,
You know, a part that
and
really.
it's
Audrin.
affecting me financially.
Oh.
No.
You know what really sucks about it is, along with just how fucking windy and rainy is, it's also washing down all of the ice and snow that we got.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, that's enough.
Hmm.
And just a little fun reminder for everyone, our community night that we're hosting is next week. It's next Wednesday.
Oh,
So be sure to pop
You guys-
into our Discord,
Hey.
get your votes in for it, and get prepared for our fun little community night extravaganza.
what are the
Should
options?
have probably been a little more hype than like, oh.
Let me see actually what's winning right now. For everyone that has a sub, we do a poll, and they get to vote on
Oh.
what will be the game we play. Right now, let's see, a tier list is winning.
Ooh, tier lists are
Classic.
always
Do we
fun.
know which
6
one
votes.
it is?
No, but if it's going to be the whole video, I have to imagine we got to do something really contentious and will cause a lot of debate.
Get his
That's
ass, Quentin.
easy. I do not care what the topic is. I will debate it.
Mhm.
Well, I should say most things I will debate. There are some things I just don't want to touch.
Understand.
Chad, is there a category we should tier list guys? Is there a word?
I'm
for
waiting for the fast food
here's-
tier list.
here's
I know
my
that
tier
one's going to be
list.
an argument.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would love to do
Oh.
the fast food tier list.
Best way to
That's a good
misspell
one.
Discord.
Dick sword.
Do a
Let's talk
chatter
about it.
tier list? Well, everyone would be an S tier.
Mm.
Alvaro, did you
chatter
take that
tier?
potion yet? Come on.
Yeah, I did that earlier.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I don't believe
Yeah,
you.
sure. I need to hear it. I need to hear you cough from the fact that you just took. a shot
Nino
of
wants to
Everclear.
hear that gulp, 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 gulp as you drink
Man,
And
that's
only
arts.
only
There.
Everclear counts. Anything else doesn't count.
Only ever.
Oh, what?
it.
Everclear.
That rule get introduced to the chat.
It's just for you
Oh.
because you gave us like a bunch of.
Nina makes the
potions,
rules.
and
We don't argue.
And then you didn't take any yourself.
No, you know what? Here's the fucking rules. Right here. Those are the rules.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Alright,
sure.
everyone, group
They're all
potions.
going down.
Yeah, baby.
I'll
Pick
be
your
right back.
poison.
Take it.
I'm actually
Yeah,
just
let
gonna
me grab a
down most
bev.
of this
I
beverage I
need to
have
do
right
that
here.
too.
Alright, hold on.
Oh, shit. Quentin,
Oh my.
Quentin, get his ass. Oh,
Yeah, he's taking
Numbers.
shots by the numbers.
and troubles by the storm.
Oh,
Have you guys ever watched the movie 2012? Not 2012. Day After Tomorrow.
Oh, I feel like I did watch that, but I don't remember anything about it.
Do you remember how in the end it ends up where the entire northern hemisphere is just in like an ice age?
Yes.
Does anyone else really wish for that to happen? Or is that just me?
Vita!
okay, but it's like
I
an
got my bet.
extended
Well,
video.
Numbers, I got some bad news, because Quentin redeemed a shot and gave it to Numbers.
Give it to me.
Yeah,
So I have to.
you gotta
which
double.
day-
You gotta double down.
I gotta double. Like, so how much of this bev do I have to drink in one like
Double.
double?
Yeah, speaking of which,
Okay.
I forgot to put everyone's names like above their name, so people know who the players are. I'll do that next time.
All right. Here's your.
I don't want to be known.
You'll
actually. I wish
forgive
to be
me, right,
invisible.
guys?
Do we have a choice?
Oh.
No.
That's fair. Part of me wants there to be like an actual ice age where we have.
ASMR.
That was a
That
long
was hard
one.
liquor he did
Wow.
that with.
That's the kind of dedication you could expect here. Excellent.
Black currant and blueberry mead.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah,
great.
baby.
Very nice.
So drink like.
I'm
I
drinking
have,
a mango dirty Shirley.
I'm drinking the
Ooh.
same thing because I made both of them. Bartender Audrey coming at you.
I'm drinking a nice cup of tea.
Oh, that's
Not
that's
bad.
on it for Mina.
No, I'm kidding.
I almost just spit out my tea on that
I'm
cauldron.
drinking straight Everclear like I was told to.
Good.
Yes!
No, I'm
You
joking.
take your
I'm drinking all the
punishment.
shit under the sink, baby.
I made a cocktail.
Uh-oh.
It has bleach.
Of the shit under the sink.
and that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Sink shit cocktail.
The last melon?
You
It's going
heard
in my
it.
bar book.
The last dandelion.
Must be the last of the season.
If I'm not supposed to drink it, why is it all blue and tasty looking?
Also, quick shout out to everyone that's gifted subs. I didn't realize you could change the little leaderboard, but now you can, and it shows how many gift subs people have given out. And in the top 3
Wow.
slots are Ash, Gruta, and Quimtum.
Hell
Thank you,
yeah.
guys.
We love
You
you.
guys are legends.
Whatever they
Also,
say, I love you
whatever-
more.
Whatever happened to our leaderboard in the
Ugh.
thing is still dookie.
I don't know how to fix it. Like, I put it there, and then it's just not updating.
We'll workshop it one day.
Yeah,
For
we'll
now,
figure it out.
enjoy the blank box. It gives your eyes a little
It's a
rest.
blank box, but it shouldn't be blank because we have statistics.
We promise people have donated to this channel. We promise.
All
Who
right.
cares about statistics? That's math, and math hurts my brain.
We, as I'm sure people have noticed, we are missing one tonight. We're missing Aurora. They're under the weather, so everyone, let's just wish Aurora, hope you feel better soon.
We miss you.
We miss you,
We miss
You're
you.
Aurora.
out there watching Aurora. It's past your bedtime, so go to bed.
7 o'clock.
I know. Me
Um,
too.
well, that
That's
being
it.
said, how about I go over player inspiration?
Quentin, you're absolutely right about that.
Body pillow.
Heyo,
merch.
that would be so cool. I'm on a fucking breakthrough with the merch. I promise. It's coming soon. I don't know
The
why it's been
top-
racking my brain so fucking hard to do it.
The top person actually is the one that gets the Aldrin body pillow, so there's that.
A signed Audrin
Mhm.
body pillow.
Signed, signed by Audrin's feet.
Ugh.
That's right. I put a pen in between my toes. It took a lot of dexterity, and the signature looks terrible.
I need to burp so bad because I just drank so much of this.
You're allowed.
Oh no.
You drink a lot of
Take a
liquor, in.
break, my friend.
You're
Yeah,
allowed.
don't
need it.
don't chug the carbonation. You're good.
But it's not really carbonated.
Oh.
It's just a lot of liquid at once. But there were 2. There was the group potion and there was the Quimtum potion. so I drank like 2/3 of this mead.
You're valid.
So I had an idea, guys, and I want to know what you guys think. We should play Lethal Company IRL by going to Chernobyl. I'm sure the elephant foot is like at least 5 gold.
We get a very large van, like a moving truck. Get out in hazmat suits and run around grabbing.
I'm
scrap.
sure the elephant's foot is worth at least like 5. I don't know what currency
$5?
No, just 5.
Just
It's
5.
worth at least 5.
It's enough to buy a flashlight.
Oh my god. That being said, everybody, we voted on inspiration last week. The players get to pick who they want to receive inspiration at the end of every session, and last week it was a tie between Alvara and Numbers.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations,
Yay.
gang.
I just did
Thank
my
you.
shot.
Pardon me, I still have a little bit of a cough.
And now
Nice
I have
one,
to
Alvara.
do another.
And then over in the
Oh,
Discord
that was
server, we let you, the community, vote weekly on who gets an additional point of community inspiration on who you guys feel like should have gotten it. And it was given
You, the
this
people,
week.
have the power.
It's true. And this week it was given to Audrin.
Yay.
You
Congratulations.
don't sound excited at all. on
Big old
that.
smile on my face, and fuck you, Elvira.
You did not sound excited at all, Laura.
Yay, good for you.
And how was it?
It's like
Just
the
one
like that
clap.
default woohoo from like the VE, like the V commands. Woohoo. No, sorry, I just
Yeah, we want to hear you say Wahoo like Mario does, and then keep saying it faster and faster as you backwards long jump up the stairs that lead to Bowser in the castle.
Oh yeah, that. Exactly the clip you're talking about, and now I'm envisioning it in my head.
Something parallel universes.
Something my morning ritual. What happened? The slideshow just says DM Winnie Winter, and then it cuts to thank you for watching.
What do you mean? It's got the Roll for Your Lives banner.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
got the Decay Within the
thought
Decay Within the Ice session picture.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be.
Do you see
you
it?
okay?
No, I see it. I just thought it was. Never mind. I'll mention it after.
You thought there was a third slide?
I think Alvara's having a stroke.
No, we're good, people.
I think the potions are hitting Alvara. They're
It
potions.
literally only had one shot at Crown Royal so far.
You were supposed to
Everclear.
take 2, actually.
I know. The second is poured. It's just sitting in front of me. Here's
It's
the thing
glaring
about
at you.
I do have Crown Royal shot glasses too that I got one time when I bought like a bottle that had 2 shot glasses.
Whoa.
So, a little fun fact for you.
Ayo,
So are these
Paper,
potions of
thank you so
reduced
much for the
intelligence?
sub.
Hey,
Oh, there it is.
Papers, please.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Pape. I don't know how I feel about
that
the
was
word.
that was too much.
Alvaro, you want to get in with a recap for us?
Let me finish the second shot first.
All right, you do that. I'm
Or
gonna get our
potions.
atmosphere set up.
Potions.
The atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
I cast negate atmosphere. There's no longer an atmosphere.
Yeah, I guess this.
Power word negate ozone.
You just turn off the ozone layer.
Turn it back on. Turn it back on.
Can we talk about how dumb power word kill is?
It's not that dumb.
No.
At the level that it starts showing up, it's like, I don't know, reasonable enough.
9th level spell. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Alright.
Could make a wish for that kind of arcana.
Good.
I make a wish.
I wish for this person to
Wish
die.
these power
See?
word-
There you go. Same thing.
I want them to die so bad.
Yeah,
It's just like,
wish
Jesus
is better
Christ,
though.
man.
Wish is.
You could
better.
ask them to die permanently.
Wish
or
can,
something
and it,
like
you know,
that.
it doesn't have the 100 hit point ceiling.
You
Yeah.
can wish that someone never existed, which is better because it's
I
That's
wish
fucked
that
up.
your journey ended. Baldur's Gate 3. If you talk back to Blacketh.
Quentin, I'm
So-
gonna fucking get you for that.
Fun warlock idea, yeah.
So, Winnie, I did have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you ever be willing to, at any point in this campaign, give us a scroll of the comet or 2?
You saw that TikTok,
dude.
didn't you?
Yes, did.
Oh.
I want one.
Mina wants one? You mean to tell me if Mina had one in her hands, she would use it, or would the person playing Mina use it?
Well, listen, Mina just
question.
wants to see a pretty comet across the sky. You know, that's all.
What is that?
So,
It
scroll of the
literally
comet.
summons a comet down.
So
Oh.
it is an action to read. You cause a comet to fall from the sky and crash into the ground at a point you can see within 1 mile.
Doesn't it have a 500-foot radius of, like, crash site?
So the comet creates a 50-foot deep, 500-foot radius crater on impact. Any creature in the radius must make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw, taking 30 D10 force damage on a failed save.
30
Uh,
D10.
What if they succeed?
Or half as
If
or
they
half on a
succeed.
successful one.
How the
All
fuck do you successfully dodge a comet? Like, wow, good thing I was aware there. Otherwise,
Maybe you jump at just the right moment so that you get pushed out rather than taking the damage yourself. That's the only thing I can think of.
30
Man,
D10 is not even that much though.
Ina is going to look at an enemy
Well, that's
and
not-
they're going to say, "Parry this, you fucking casual," and then they're
That's-
going to drop a building on them.
Because that's not all. All structures in the area are destroyed, as are all non-magical items that aren't being worn or held.
Let's see what
But
that damage would be like.
That doesn't kill you.
I just rolled
though.
30 D10, it's 154.
Well, theoretically, you could only roll 31s, and then it would be like a comet came down, destroyed everything within 500 meters, destroyed all your clothes. You are naked and singed, and you
And
only took
afraid.
30 damage. And you're just
Really?
standing there in a pile of rubble.
But that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
that is
though.
hilarious.
Fucking comet comes down and you only take 30 damage. Like, oh.
Or you know, it'd be even funnier is if you took half orc, because their orcish ferocity would proc off of that, and they'd be back with 1 HP at the end of that.
I mean, if you think
They
about
would
it,
just be
even like
standing
the lowest possible damage for that would still kill every civilian,
That is true.
like easily.
Yeah. But
30,
you're
yeah.
not summoning a comet to kill civilians. Most
Oh my god, a rogue could uncanny dodge that.
You're so
A
right.
rogue could that is busted.
A rogue can uncanny dodge a comet. No fucking way.
How the fuck do you uncanny dodge a goddamn comet?
It's mostly just about like the way you flavor
No,
it. It's
no,
like, it's about the way you land.
no.
It's
You're not
about-
trying to rationalize.
All right, we're 20
It's in
minutes
the
in
game
and
for a
we're
reason.
fucking
It's not
debating the
really
goddamn comet spell.
fast and become a drill in the comet as it crashes down.
I just see the uncanny dodge being the rogue, like taking a little half step forward and back as the comet's about to land.
They do a Smash Bros spot dodge.
Yeah, basically. That's uncanny dodge.
Game.
You get shot with a bullet, uncanny dodge it.
Alvar,
Imagine being a monk and doing like deflect missile. Would that work?
that's not a missile.
It does specify that it summons a comet, so maybe.
That's not a missile.
Imagine actually deflecting it back at the caster.
That would be so crazy.
If a monk could fucking just throw it back somehow, oh my god.
They
That's
hit
like
it
some
back
anime
that
stuff.
at him?
That is some just straight up anime shit.
What the fuck? Quite trolling the troll.
I love the trolling of the troll. That's great.
So here's our recap for
Please.
anyone who is still interested in the D&D campaign that we're playing on top of our
No,
podcast.
this is now a shooting the shit campaign. We don't play.
we should
D&D
just have
here.
like occasional like podcast style sessions where we just like discuss D&D topics.
We should
Could.
start a
Just
podcast.
add
We should start a podcast, guys.
Wow, no one does that.
Someone must have had
A
to
friend
do
of
it.
mine was basically like, you know,
I don't even know
starting
what
a
that is.
podcast is like the 80s, like the 80s. You know, you started a band. and
Oh my god,
2010
that's so
you started a
true.
podcast. I'm like, in the 90s, you had to be a stand-up comic. You know, it was like,
Mhm.
Everyone wanted to be a comedian.
and now it's like podcast.
Oh, okay. It has to be targeted. Interesting.
All right.
Does that mean Ray of
Recap.
Frost?
No, Derek.
Recap.
No.
Stop,
Wait, the
stop.
meteor has to be targeted?
You can
All
target
right,
it to a location.
That is true. You're
It
technically
seems
choosing
more
a...
like
Session 30.
Thank you.
The party
Thank you.
began settling in for the night, but began to have further nightmares. Mina in an unfamiliar Feywild, Audrin sinking on a ship, numbers being called from the shore of the ocean. Avara feeling a strange figure next to her, woken from her trance to see Arania in the corner of her room. Arania told Avara she could no longer suffer, no longer be beholden to another, and managed to be with quote-unquote them in the end if she trusted her and made a deal. Avara, initially appearing intrigued by this offer, by the offer to make this deal, further reflected on her own memories before firmly rejecting Arania's proposal. Arania pled a bit more to Avara before she remarked that, as well as you can give, you can take away before vanishing. Avara subsequently noticed her fingertips seemingly decaying. As the morning arrived, numbers noticed Audrin's lower earlobe had blackened, which, unbeknownst to them at the time, seemingly matched Arania's decay. The party ordered breakfast, excluding Avara who skipped to purchase gloves, and discussed recent events. Audrin sternly set forth his intention of return to Emerus to see unfinished business through, whereas the rest of the party wanted to see things to the end regarding recent events, regardless of where it led them to. At this time, they were summoned again by Lady Thorn. After stopping by and acquiring a few magic items from a familiar merchant, Celia Keenfield, the party continued to Thorn Manor. There they saw Adeline, revealed to be an agent of Lady Thorn, who was tasked with obtaining a book for the party. The book was titled Presence of Their Gods and Their Influences, Volume 4, which the party perused. It noted the relationship with the gods Merkle and Shantea, including that they were enemies, and the party further discovered that Erithik was implicated in their conflict. As Arania looked around the room to see if anyone else had wrought, she noticed what appeared to be a small bruise on Umber's skin. Just thereafter, the ground began to shake and rumble as if an earthquake was happening. And that was where we left off.
Alright. Thank you, Alvara.
Welcome.
So, when we last left our heroes, you all had quite the day previously. Full of activities, gotten your rest at chilled seas, though some a bit unrestful for some. That was definitely a word.
I'm a bit unrestful for some. I
Some
got
a
where
bit
you were going
unrestful
with
for
that.
some, you know.
Yes,
Like what
yes,
happens
yes.
sometimes.
Pretty much
Before
my
all
phrase.
waking up, reconvening together, and making your way over to visit Lady Thorn, seeing what she had for you before witnessing another bit of an earth tremor as she looked to you all. And as this tremor takes place, it's still... Well, for those of you that were awake, or who felt the tremor during the night, this one does feel a little stronger. It's still soft, but just ever so slightly stronger, and you can hear, while the earth just gently rumbles, you can hear a little bit of creaking and just the slightest crumble of the stone within the walls here. As
Is it
everything...
a gentle rumble or is it a violent rumble?
It's still gentle, though it is bigger than the one yesterday, during the night. And as this
Do we,
happens,
like-
eventually, it lasts for, I would say, a few moments before it seems to subside, and that quiet hiss of dust and stone debris just gently falling to the ground dissipates for a moment. As Lady Thorn just kind of stands, repositioning herself, and looks to you all. And she takes a peek out the window quickly before looking to you all and says, "Earthquakes. Just another something to deal with, I guess. If only the earth could stop falling apart for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes."
Are earthquakes common in Balriden?
No, I would say this would be the first I've ever really had to deal with something like this. Hey, Vox!
Hey,
Vox, you have a 3-month sub. That means I get to make you an emote. Heyo. But she looks to you, Alvara, as you address this, and she says, "No, I've never really had to deal with earthquakes in Balriden before. It's not usually a common occurrence, but with how things have been going lately, who knows anymore?" And with this, she reaches into the front of her shirt, and she pulls out from like a thick cord around her neck this large greenish stone. It looks like a beautiful polished gemstone of some kind. And she picks it up and holds it. What is happening?
Audrey, what the fuck?
What?
You're making like click-clacking noises.
You
on
are
your
just
keyboard.
click-clacking so
Mechanical
hard.
keyboard.
I didn't realize people could hear my keyboard this whole
Oh,
time.
yeah.
The whole time. The
Every
whole
time you're on Discord, we can hear your
That's,
keyboard.
that's why you die to the eyeless dogs in Lethal Company.
They can
Yeah,
I'm
hear
gonna
you.
be honest, that is.
So anytime you like bring up a monster I haven't heard of, you've heard me going click 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 click.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
I'm kidding. I don't do that.
That's exactly right. Oh.
Anyway, you were saying something about earthquakes?
Yeah, so after this, she reaches up and pulls up from under her shirt this thick cord that hangs around her neck, and on the end of it is a large green stone that shines almost like a gemstone. And she holds it up to her lips for a moment before speaking into it. In a quiet tone, but she says, "That latest tremor sounded a bit rough. Be sure to get everyone out on the streets and make sure everything's alright and report back." Before tucking it back into her shirt. You
Get
can...
everyone out on the streets?
That's what you heard?
Is that what you said? Okay.
And out of buildings that could collapse.
well,
Into the
how
spider's jaw.
secure is the building we're in?
Pincers.
Well,
Good question, human.
that's a fantastic question, given we've never experienced any kind of tremors or quakes here before. I would like to think it's gonna hold, considering this is my home.
We should check on the women and children.
Would we know if Balriden is a city of a substantial enough size to where it would have any sort of like magical or arcane protections like some of the larger cities in the Sword Coast do?
Roll a history check to see if you can compare and contrast.
Yes.
Also, Paper redeemed a potion.
I'm gonna throw it in the
Oh.
ocean.
Paper, you have great power right now. Please wield it responsibly.
That's an 8.
With an 8,
Great.
given your backstory, you're well
not from
aware of the different types of protections and things. Certain. Oh, thank you for the hydrate sippy and the posture check.
Thank you.
I was shrimping
I'll
hard.
drink water now.
Shrimping.
I'm gonna do it.
Given an 8, you're very aware of how the cities in which you are from operate, those in which you've traveled to here and from. You have seen certain ones with magical protections, and from what you've gathered while you've been here in Balriden is, while it's still, the whole land of Decay itself, from what you've seen, compared to where you've been, seems to be still up and coming. It's not as developed, and as such, you haven't noticed any forms of like magical protections around this city, just physical. Paper says
Okay.
roll a d20 and the highest roll takes the potion.
I rolled a 2. I'm safe.
On it.
Okay,
Unless
okay.
everyone else rolls a 1, which
Uh-oh.
that would be very funny, admittedly.
Just a
Oh, numbers with a net
Oh.
20!
Oh,
Serious.
this poor guy.
numbers with double shots tonight.
I'm just gonna finish my mead.
Now you know how it feels, numbers. Now you know how
I-
it feels.
Finish your
I,
meat.
I have not rolled yet.
Oh, Mina.
There is a chance I could roll a 20 as well.
Rollsies.
Hellfire's just taking a second.
Yeah, but it doesn't count if you're drinking, like, I don't know, like honey tea out of an acorn cap.
What is with you and always saying that he's drinking out of
Because
an
anytime
acorn
I
cap?
think of Mina taking a shot of anything, I think of a tiny little sprite sitting on a twig.
Yeah, but
with a tiny
Andrew in
little
real
cup.
life ain't drinking out of a fucking acorn.
They could.
Andrew in real life is Mina in the game. They are not different.
We need to get an acorn mug now for Andrew.
That would
Should I
actually
put that
be
on
awesome.
the throne?
Son. Acorn mug Amazon.
I guarantee you it exists, and specifically the cap.
Mina, while
Yeah.
you're waiting to roll, I'm gonna see if there's one I could add to the throne. What was that?
Nothing.
Did you just break one of the
No.
I'm sorry, numbers. I did not roll in that 20.
well numbers?
I could
Okay,
not save you.
I'm about to finish it. I'm almost there. Hold on.
Oh,
You
you
take
okay?
a break, Mega. You don't have to take it right now. You can take your potion later.
You
It's like,
could,
hold on, hold
No,
on.
it's done.
you could ask for
Do it,
support and someone
numbers.
else can
Don't
take it for you.
Do it!
It is done.
Wow, I can't find any mugs that look like acorns.
I found one on Etsy. I'm gonna link it in the chat.
Yes,
If
please.
anyone wants to buy Mina this
No.
acorn
Whoa,
mug.
that's a
Yo,
huge
don't
fucking
be
link.
posting links in the.
And don't post it
Trust
there.
me,
I can add it
guys.
to the throne later.
Trust me, guys,
did
it's
you
not a
say?
virus. Trust me.
It's a fucking
An
$40 acorn mug. No shot.
Absolutely not.
It's pretty cute, but
You
it's,
can
yeah.
get
Yeah,
the
that is
baby
pretty cute,
mug
actually.
for cheaper. You can't.
We're not sponsored by this channel or whatever.
We are.
Option
creator.
2.
Yeah, this
We are sponsored by,
this Etsy creator decided
My
to
computer just
sponsor
crashed from that.
us.
Like, no. Anyway.
Play
Uh,
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid
Option 2,
Shadow
we make our
Legends.
own line of acorn mugs.
Add it to the list. But Lady Thorn just kind of nods to you, Humi, and she goes,
Can't make me want to.
well, ideally, we could get everyone out just to make sure everyone is holding up alright after that. That one didn't sound too terribly bad, however, it's better to be safe than sorry, and we need to make sure every citizen is attended to and counted for. And,
DM,
yeah.
how bad was the earthquake that just happened? Was it like an actual, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
On the Richter Belmont scale.
Okay, don't
Yes.
make me do it on the fucking Richter scale, because I don't know how
No,
it works.
well, Google it.
But on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say the one that happened in the middle of the night, that tremor you felt, was like between a 1 and a 2.
Okay.
This one was like a 3, 3.5.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Stronger.
What we don't realize is that there's actually a tsunami coming our way.
But
Hell yeah.
Lady Thorne's hand reaches over to the table that's still next to her and just taps again on the book, and she goes, I don't necessarily have much to contribute to this, I guess, journey you all are about to undertake on. But if you're looking for answers, at the very least, I might have something that might assist you, or either you find interesting or can look into yourselves if you like.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
take
take
a
any
look at it.
leads we can get, actually.
One moment, please. And she takes a step aside, and there's still guards in the room to watch over everyone in the time being. But in the time that she's gone, it takes her anywhere between like 5 and 10 minutes. And as this is happening, and you all are just standing around waiting, Humi,
Yes.
you in particular are kind of drawn to the side window. You don't hear a lot happening out here on this little aisle in the middle of the lock. But what you do happen to notice as everyone's just kind of waiting around is you hear what sounds like just the faintest bit of a song coming from outside the window that you're next to. And as everyone has seen being in this chamber several times now, 90% of the times, if not 100% of the times, the blinds and everything and the curtains are drawn in this room. But Lumi, you walk over to the nearest window to you and you just kind of take a peek. And you peek out from behind the thick red velvet curtains that have just the slightest cover of dust on them.
They taste like red
They
velvet.
taste like red velvet cake. As you can't help
nice.
yourself but lean in and take a little bit of a sample lick
Off the curtain.
off the curtain.
Off the curtain, alright.
What does he see?
It has that kind of peach fuzz texture from the velvet as you do. But as you peek outside into this little small, like, backyard, kind of courtyard area, you look down, and down below you see just another one of the house servants you've seen around, like a handmaiden just sitting down and reading a small book while looking after a small, white-haired child. As the child is standing out in the middle of this courtyard, and you see set up around her on 3 different stools. She has different stuffed animals, like, sitting on each of these stools. And she is singing a little ballad to all of them as, like, a little performance.
Who recognizes this
my
child?
God.
Is this the adopted child of Lady Thorne?
It is Arya. It is
Yeah.
It is Lady Thorne's proclaimed niece. As she is sitting out in the backyard, just giving a soft little song, though she is singing with a lot of heart. It's still soft and gentle the way it just seems to leave herself. And she's young, but has a lot of potential already. As the melody she sings is soft and somber. But you're just watching this transpire from above.
Can I roll history and see if I know what the song is?
Sure.
Is that? Okay.
Oh my god, is that a natural 20?
That is. Can I get some in the chat, please?
Holy
Let's
shit, can we please
go.
give Humi some 20s in the chat?
W.
Humi has been hot with the fucking natural 20s.
I rolled a 5 before.
A 5? Oh, was that for the drink?
For the shot, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Wait, I did also.
Yeah, Numbers
Didn't
got a
you
natural
died?
22. Well, no, they rolled a natural 20 right now for a history check.
Oh, I thought they rolled it for the Bev too.
No, they rolled a 5.
Yeah, I only roll 20s when I have to take a Bev.
You only roll 20s when it's a punishment.
Not when I'm in a cage match,
Not-
one-on-one in the dungeons.
You take in a minute and you listen, and it's a little hard to hear given how far away you are from her. But through the glass as you're listening and just kind of gently watching the events transpire, it's odd, but moments pass and the words begin to string together and you start to recognize this song. But it's strange to hear because this is a song that you haven't heard in Years. And as you sit there and listen, you can't help but wonder, after all this time, how is it that this child seems to know a song from so long ago? Heard once in a circus before.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm fucking gasping,
Oh!
but I'm muted.
Is going. Oh
So-
gosh.
I unmuted it to say that though.
Okay. I am going to. Okay. So we're in this big room. Everyone's together, and
And you're still disguised as Valana.
yes, I am. Hey guys, I'm going to get some air really quick. I'll be back. And Humi is going to start walking out.
Okay. You have one of the guards kind of escort you out?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Totally
what's this?
So-
My hidden minis in the staircase? Don't look at those.
Hidden minis in the staircase? Hold on a second.
I haven't
You're
just been
gonna
shoving
have
them in the
to-
bottom staircase when they leave the scene. What?
That's
Anyway, I
that's
must
not-
attend to my business. Proceeds to jump into the floorboards.
Ship is going to follow you, Humi, as you do this.
Okay. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to shift into my normal self. I would love some help because right now I am kind of.
I can help.
Thank you so much. Yeah, right now I'm on the road, so it's kind of difficult. But okay, yes.
There you
So I'm
go.
gonna
And
go
I'm gonna
outside.
remove Shift's specific mini because you have him on your regular mini.
Good. So Umi is going to slowly come up, and they're also going to start singing the song
Let me,
and just kind of see what happens.
let me get the scene set up here. Roll performance for me.
Oh, of course. This is going to be with a +9. Yeah, +9.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so 21.
Anyone?
Anyone? Damn, you have a +9 to performance?
Yes, it is my best
Hell
stat.
yeah.
I mean, as a
I am
bard,
a
I
bard.
believe it.
That's
Yes.
pretty crazy.
I will say. She's over
She's a
here.
performer.
And let's see. Let's have him here. Okay. So as you come out and begin to softly join into this little melody, the little girl, she had her eyes closed as she was singing. Almost as in, like, you could tell, like, a child might do when they have stage fright, even though she's only performing to her stuffies.
Yeah.
But she has her eyes closed as she's singing her heart out. And as your voice begins to chime in, she kind of... I'm going to turn your torch on because it's dark as hell. Spot. She stops for a moment, kind of with a little... as she hears someone else approach. At least someone that she was not expecting at all. But she hears you with the song, continuing its melody, right where she left off. And hearing it come from you and how wonderfully that you sing, she shyly, yet soon enough, begins to quietly join along in with you. But she's looking down at the ground, just kind of shy about it. And,
Okay.
and eventually the two of you finish the song together, with a quiet pause.
Well, it's not going to be that quiet, because as that's happening, Fumi is going to use Unearthly Chorus. And all of her little toys are going to start saying, "Wow, that was awesome!" and whatnot.
Oh my god, are
I'm
you
like,
toy storing this right now?
Yes, I am.
Island
You say
toys.
all your spells like that. The way you just said the what was the name of the spell? Say it
Unearthly
like that again.
chorus.
No, but he says it like Unearthly.
Unearthly
chorus. Like you always
chorus.
announce yourself. I love that about you.
I do love that.
I summon unearthly chorus to play the beast voice.
She kind
Oh.
of looks to all of her stuffed animals around her as she hears them all like chanting this, and she kind of jumps back for a second, very much taken off that her toys have started just speaking, seemingly out of nowhere. And she looks over to you for reassurance.
It's okay. It's just me. So I've seen you around, and I just wanted to say hi. My name's Humi, and you can tell that Humi is definitely slightly socially awkward, but they are trying.
She looks to you for a minute before warming up a bit to you being around. Well, I recognize you. You were here before, talking to Auntie.
Yes, Auntie. So I have a question. How do you know Auntie?
I don't know. She's my auntie.
Okay. So your auntie told me that they knew someone that used to work at the circus. Do you know who that is? It's a taller gentleman.
Does he wear clothes kind of like you?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh.
That's Uncle Mordecai.
Okay. Hmm. Lee is just like taken aback right now. They don't know really what to do in this circumstance. And
She kind of chuckles a little and she goes, "You're funny."
thank you so much.
You can change, right?
Yes, I can.
I saw you do it before.
Humi is going to change into. No. I'm gonna change into Audrin.
Oh no. Oh, right, hold on.
I-
I got it. Hold on.
Thank you.
There you
I even do impersonations, you see.
go. You look like the funny pirate man.
How does she know he's a pirate?
He smells like a pirate.
Wow.
Like my pirate.
Spot just got pulled up.
She clocked them.
How does she know what pirates smell like? Someone needs to protect this child.
Hmm.
He sounds funnier though.
He does sound funny.
But he has white
have
hair
you-
like I do.
He does. I hear you could change your hair. Is that right?
Sometimes.
Okay. Well, at this point, Shift is gonna kind of come around the corner or whatnot. Ooh. Do you like dogs?
You have a dog?
Yeah. And she's going. They're going to introduce Shift. What happens?
Do you have shift stats on you right now? I can pull up
it's a
Blink
normal
Dog stats
blink
if you want.
dog. Yeah, it's a blink dog. Yep.
Alright, let me see what Blink Dogs get.
Blink
I'm
Dog's
sorry.
charisma. What is it?
Oh, Blink Dogs have a +0 to charisma.
They do not. But I had a
Roll,
stunning performance.
roll a history check for shift, which would just be a straight d20 because they also don't have an int modifier.
Did that roll? No, that did not. There we go.
What the
Ooh,
fuck?
okay. Yo, Shift is smart. You can teach this dog tricks.
Holy shit.
Good dog.
Good dog. So, Shift comes up and he's panting at the mouth, going the and just the tail is just kind of doing the gentle wag back and forth as you do when he's just comfortable. And he goes trotting up, and he gets excited when he sees the child. He loves entertaining children, as you would know from the circus. And he kind of goes bounding up a little bit, gentle, but still full of energy. And he comes bounding up, and he kind of puts his head in her lap a little bit and gives her a like a big sniff over. Numbers again!
What? Huh?
Numbers home.
Damn.
You got another potion.
Quentin is choosing violence.
Oh my god. What should I grab? Should I grab like a softer beverage or
Yeah,
like
do a softer one.
harder something?
You can tag in a friend.
Hey, would you like to phone a friend?
You could
But
phone a friend.
I was
Do it.
chosen as a tribute.
Do it. I
Um,
respect it.
If you go with a
I'm gonna look
harder,
in the fridge and I'll be right back.
if you go with a harder beverage that's less liquid,
What?
That's not how it works.
Nina, come on. But he goes and he gives her a big, like, sniff as he just kind of hangs his head in her lap, and he gives her palm a little bit of a lick as she begins to pet along his floppy ears, kind of being gentle about the horn that's protruding from his head. And as he gives her a sniff, it takes a minute and he kind of closes his eyes for a second and just sniffs a tiny bit harder before he, like, sits back upright and just sits down in front of her. Just full sit, with the ears perked straight up.
Toby's going to look at this, and they are going to kind of grasp the sending stone in their pocket, and I have to talk for that to work, right?
The sending stone, yes. It's like casting
Okay.
sending through it, which you actually speak.
He knows tricks. Do you want to play fetch with him? He's really good at that.
That would be fun. Does he fetch anything?
Oh, he fetches everything. Trust me. Umi is going to take out a the staff that they got when they defeated the hags, and they're going to throw it. And yes,
You're having him play fetch with the broken Burhag staff?
yeah, because it's the only stick I have currently.
Okay. So you
I'm back with a little amaretto, by the way.
Ooh, delicious.
I'm gonna sip on it.
So you give the staff a good chunk across this courtyard, and as Shift kind of begins to bound towards it. But before he does, he gets up from his sit and he does like kind of a little spin in place, and then he just goes full sprinting towards the stick. And I'll say, while this is happening, Lady Thorn eventually does return back downstairs to everyone. And she has a small kind of dark oaken box that's locked in her hand.
How long was she away?
I would say she was only gone for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
So this is like what's happening with Humi has been happening as Lady Thorns comes down.
Okay, so we're just like having water cooler chat in the meantime.
Yeah, like so you
Hey-
guys talked for a couple
Hey,
of
Arjun,
minutes.
how'd you sleep last night?
I slept like shite, lad. I told you about that this morning.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's been a long
I mean,
time.
you should know you're in the same bedroom as mine. I mean, I woke up several times over the night screaming, "Numbers, I'm gonna kill you!" And then I went right back to bed.
Alvara, you seem to run off pretty early this morning. What was going on?
I was feeling rather chilly, so I went out to buy a nice new pair of gloves. Don't you like them? And she's gonna show them off.
What is the weather like, or was the weather like? Was it
It's cold.
chilly
It's
at all?
winter
Insight.
almost.
I'm
Yeah.
rolling insight on that.
All right, roll insight. And Mina, to answer your question, you guys would have noticed that it is still a graying sky with just the gentlest little flakes of snow beginning to fall as you guys had left
Okay.
this morning. Like it's
So-
about
so
to
it is-
snow.
I have a fucking +6 to insight.
That's nice.
Alvara, roll deception against it.
I would like to use my my circle feature to
I'm gonna
Let's
use
do.
my inspiration.
Okay.
Make
to make
things a little more interesting.
roll a d6 and
Let's go.
subtract from their roll.
Okay.
What did you do?
I have to roll a d6 and you subtract that from your roll.
Okay. Well, I rolled an 11. Am I divulging what happened, or is the DM? So I rolled a 9 to a 15.
Numbers, you know that Alvara's hiding something from you. You're not sure what, but something about the story just isn't quite right. It's not. It's not a full truth.
It is
Yeah,
fucking
those-
cold. Like at the end of the day, it is cold.
It is cold. It's not a full truth, but maybe a partial truth.
So I would just say there's no other reason. Over.
There's gonna be no response.
Nice.
But Lady Thorn.
Numbers just like
No, keep going.
stares at the camera. Or whatever.
It does like a Jim from The Office pan over to Numbers. Lady Thorn does return back downstairs after about 5 minutes, with a small, dark oaken lockbox in her hand. And she brings it down and just kind of gently sets it on her table. Before just kind of clasping her hands together gently before looking to you all and goes, "Listen, whatever happened all those years ago, what's become of my friend, I'm not so sure that's my friend anymore. You know what I mean?"
I'm glad you've at least come around from saying that's impossible.
If what you say is true, then it just sounds like some cruel joke, I guess. Just some bastardization of who she once was. She would never do something like this. But if this can in any way help you all, and she taps the lockbox, maybe it could provide answers. Maybe it's nothing all along, but I figure for what you're doing, maybe it's worth it. And she kind of takes a small key and pops the lock open.
Okay.
And as the box opens with a gentle creak, you see inside, set along a bed of a green, dark velvet, you see this long, thin kind of spike of ice that seems to form into a point at the end, and it has almost like a handle-like feature up towards the
Oh my
top.
god.
And embedded along the top
Wait and think about what you're doing.
is a large piece of a dark green.
Oh my
No.
Don't make him
No.
do it.
Tag me in, coach. Tag me in.
I make him do it. Wait, make Audrin do it. Make Audrin do it. He always wants to.
I'm
Audrey
still
clearly
sipping my
hasn't had
amaretto,
enough tonight.
actually.
What'd you say?
No?
Well, I said
Really
Audrey
do.
clearly hasn't had enough tonight.
No, he really hasn't. We have to end the session with him
Audrin-
being kind of off his ass a little bit.
What do
I
you
like
mean?
that
We have
every
to.
session, though.
We have to
Audrin,
end this
would you
session
fall
with
on
him
the sword for me?
floor.
DM is a good
Uh,
second option. All right.
He chose DM a second option. Woo! Wipe sweat off his brow.
Tell you what, I'll grab it as soon as we head to break, which is not long from now.
DM.
And along the top of this, like, ice, almost like dagger, like, shape
Handle.
up towards the top, where there would be a place to grasp, there's embedded in the very top of the pommel, if there could be one in this form of ice, a large chunk of dark green, blackish, like, sickly crystal. As it,
Do I recognize this crystal?
Do we recognize it?
you
Is it like the crystal that I still have?
It is indeed like the crystal, like you still have.
Oh, I have that in my notes.
You don't even have to roll for that. You were in a cave full of this stuff. You recognize this as
Yeah.
a piece of Vivianite.
Oh, so
Right,
it's the
right,
same
right.
as the one floating above the tip of my staff.
Exactly. You even have a piece of it on you.
Yeah.
God, I
Wow.
hope there isn't decay within the ice.
MFW, there's decay within the eyes.
Essentially, what you have before you here in this box is there is an athame that seems to be created from ice and bits of crystal. and it just kind of pulses and radiates from the cold, almost a bone-chilling cold, as it just kind of
Whoa.
permeates around.
The knife?
Yeah.
So this is clearly a magical item.
She opens
Is
it
that
roll
and
for that?
looks to you all and goes, "We all found something down there that day, and this is what I've kept. Never been able to deduce what it is or what it means, but after the loss of our friend, I don't really know why I kept it. Maybe just either a memory or wanted to feel like it was all worth it somehow, but each of us took something, and this is what I took. Maybe you can figure it out."
Is she like presenting it? Is she like giving it to
Yeah, she's
the
giving
party?
it to you.
I would step forward and accept it.
Okay, do you pick it up out of the case, or do you pick it up in the box?
No, I would pick it up by the box.
Okay. You do notice the air around the box is quite cold.
What do you know about this item, lady?
Unfortunately, I don't know very much. It just seemed interesting when I grabbed it. It was one of the first things we found while we were down there.
Me when I'm looting.
Arania found a book.
Do you remember the title of that book?
It didn't have a title. It just had pages of endless scrawlings and shapes and meanings that none of us were able to figure out, but remember she found it and she just wasn't quite able to let go of it.
Where have we seen one of those before? Is it the book Alvara has? But I wouldn't know that narratively. So I'm just gonna say, where did you find these again? In
Froissart.
the caverns in Froissart?
In the caverns in Froissart, that's right.
Did you?
Kite
I
found an
mean,
amulet.
yeah. Who?
Kite.
Kite. Found an amulet.
Kite found some kind of amulet down there. They found rather interesting, at least enough of a trinket to snatch. Key 3 found some kind of little, I guess, circlet, some kind of fun little decorative item. Didn't really seem like much at the time.
We don't really know, like, what happened to any of these people beyond a few vague details. I'm saying this out of character.
Kite
so I-
found an amulet. Hold on. Writing this
It might
down.
be worth looking into this more.
And Andor found a staff.
Andor found a staff.
Andor found a
Kite
staff.
found an amulet. What was the second one?
Key 3? Key 3 Good Earth, the halfling.
Key 3.
They found a circlet.
Good Earth
E3
found
Good Earth
a...
is the only person who didn't lose their fucking mind after this debacle.
Yeah, these are the faded few you're just saying.
Yeah, they are. They are.
And
And who
Andor
found a
found a staff.
Andor found a... that's my guy. I have some kind of connection to that name. Andor found a staff. Does the name Aloud like mean anything to me? You said I recognized it last time somehow. Like
Roll an
within
insight
me.
check.
I would love to. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Everyone's throwing out their inspirations tonight.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Flaccid 20, let's go!
Yo! Ba-ba-da-da.
So as Arani is going over all this information with you all, just giving more context to some of the events that have transpired here in the past. Andy, I swear to God. Mason, I swear to God. Audrin.
Oh my god, I'll take it during break.
Mina's being
should-
spiteful.
I should have known you would do this to me!
Ow.
As Lady Thorne's going over all this information to you, just providing what little context they have for just anything that might relate to what you all are going through. You hear the name Andor again. And this time as you hear this name, a moment flashes within your mind. It's almost like a lightning flash. You see Crash. You see a bright as you blink your eyes and you see a bright flash in front of you, and before you know it, you're standing there again on that broken shore,
Whoa.
seeing the churning waves before you, with a vicious
Oh.
ferocity before you blink again, and it's all gone.
Oh my god. Incredible. I'm going to ask Lady Thorn if she's been able to identify any arcane properties associated with this dagger, but I'm going to do it in like a dumb way because I have like a 8 charisma. So I'm going to say like, why is this thing special? Or something like that.
Well, and she kind of adjusts her weight onto her back heel and just kind of crosses her arms as she goes, I mean, there's something to it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have grabbed it. It has... I don't necessarily think these are arcane properties, but I've never been too skilled when it comes to the arcane or the divine. This one just seems to be a little out of reach, but if you're going to someone that may just have some kind of idea on what or who you're dealing with, they might know a thing or two about this as well. Who knows?
I see. Would perhaps a common shopkeeper such as what's her name from the North Winds Emporium know about such a thing?
Oh, Adelaide?
Adelaide.
I mean, you're more than welcome to ask her. Never say never.
Yeah, but we're going. You forgot about this actually. Alvar, in the recap, we got our like next big lead and perhaps story beat, which is like a camp of the Emerald Enclave in Emerus, which is where we're going. So maybe we could ask them about this dagger, this ice dagger we just found, and its properties and its association with stuff and things.
Well, while we're on the topic, if you don't mind, how was it you came to be employing Adeline anyway? Last I'd seen her, she was countries away.
Oh, the Triton. So you're familiar with her, aren't you?
Familiar's a word you could use.
Well, lots of folks have been recently displaced here in Decria, given the state of our northern ocean. Travel's not quite as safe as it once was, and anyone that's lost their way, well, it's either by ocean up that way, or it's through the grass, which you'll likely lose your life for. And Emerus is one of the last few nations here in Ashana that Decria has a good standing with. Most folks don't travel through Hellsings anymore. And as she's kind of saying all this, everyone else, you hear it clearly. But as she's speaking and she's looking to you, Audrin, that red in her eyes almost deepens for a minute as she kind of looks to you.
Whoa.
And it's almost as if she's looking through you. As her lips are moving, you hear a voice in your head.
Uh-oh. Second time.
And it's her voice, speaking separately from her body, as she says to you, listen, I don't... Heyo, Quentin, thank you for the 100 bits!
Yeah!
She says that?
Yeah. She breaks the fourth wall.
What are these bits of which you speak?
Real talk, if any character could break the fourth wall and address the DM directly, which character would you have do it?
Mina.
Mina. Yeah, probably Mina.
Why?
It just seems...
It just seems
it seems like it... Yeah. Seems like it just seems
I think that's just you guys saying you want
NPC.
Andrew to address the DM directly.
Exactly.
It's like when the guy in the infomercial like starts talking to you. Something. I don't know.
She says to you in your mind, though she's speaking separately, I don't know your past dealings, but take it easy on that one. She's gone through a lot since she's been here, and I feel for her.
Can I respond to this message?
You can respond to this message.
Audrin is gonna kind of give her a little bit of a sharp-eyed glance and say, All right then. You keep your dog on a leash. Tell her to be nice to me, and I'll be nice to her.
Does this happen? Does these messages get transmitted instantaneously, or do we just see Audryn and Lady Thorn like look at each other for like 20
they
seconds?
fucking-
No, so this is happening. This is happening while Lady Thorn is speaking to you all. Like when she's
Oh, she's
explaining this
talented.
all. Like this is happening simultaneously as she's talking separately.
Just have a staring match for 20 seconds, and numbers like, you guys?
I could barely even keep one thought in my brain for more than a second. She's having two parallel.
Yeah.
She's having two
conversations at the
parallel
same time.
conversations.
She's a vampire. They're preternaturally gifted in many ways.
And as she's continuing to speak to you all, you hear once again Audryn just very briefly. She might be your best bet get back across the sea. Give her a chance.
If that's
That's
true,
all.
then we're truly screwed.
And as she's continuing to speak to everyone, I really do wish I had more to offer you all on this subject, but things just seem to be getting worse by the day, so any updates you might have, your friend's got that sending stone that I passed along. Feel free to keep it. And let me know if there's anything else that happens along your journeys.
We absolutely will do.
Well, sounds like y'all got some planning to do. My best bet for you all, if I were you, I would at least try to take a ship out of Pasriel. Going through the grasp is a death sentence for anyone.
Why is that? I don't really know anything about the grasp.
Audryn's going to interject and is going to say, people go in there don't rightly come out, and when they do, they're not the same.
You could say that about, I don't know, Chill Seas. You could say that about a lot of places.
You
You
could
gotta
say that
see
about
it.
the Feywild as well.
You gotta
Yeah.
see it to believe it, and I encourage all of you to at least gander at it when we get there. It's a beauty, but only
Yeah.
from the outside.
The grasp
What do
is, as Lady Thorn speaks up, the grasp is
Yeah.
quite a wonder of nature in this here set of land. It's incredible, really, just how fast of a rate that forest seems to grow, and it's just, once you walk in, from what I hear, it's never ending. And he's right, folks that come out don't come out the same.
Can I see if I know anything about like any sort of magical forest like this from just my knowledge of magical environments in general?
Roll either
Same,
history or
I want to
nature.
know.
Both of y'all, either
This
history or
rings a
nature.
bell.
Can I roll Arcana because of the magic element?
Sure. To discern if you can detect any, like, magical properties of this forest.
Yeah, 22.
Let's go.
Numbers with an 11? I mean, it
Seagrass.
sounds daunting. Seems like a place that might be charged with, who knows what in there. Not really
I
able to
don't know
discern
what the heck's
what makes
going
it
on.
so dangerous, though. Alvaro with a 22 on Arcana. It's hard to tell necessarily what kind of magic might be affecting this area, but as you're listening to her talk about it, and as you've read through certain books in the library and just taken accounts, even from just Audryn and Humi, it's not too dissimilar of that of maybe like the Feywild, just with how odd things tend to get.
Oh, I've
Would
been
I-
in there
would
before,
I-
but never passed viewing.
Would I know if there's any like? Could I discern if there's any aspect of the grass that might be shifting in nature? In other words, is it a dynamic environment? Or is it fixed?
That's something that I don't think you'd be able to discern from like anything here.
Okay.
Like you can guess, but you'd have to research for that. Or go there
What is my-
yourself.
What is my character's guess on a 22?
Your guess? It's hard to say with a 22.
I have an idea.
What's that?
What does everyone think about going back to the magic library, the Emporium, or whatever it was
You
called?
just want to return those goddamn books.
Yeah. Well, I want to return the books so I don't
Get cursed.
Gotta pay or whatever. But also, like, we could learn more about a variety of different things, such as, but not limited to, the Grasp, the Emerald Enclave, other shit we got going on. How urgently do we need to get to, like, Emerus? Is my question for the party, I guess.
Did you read that question? You cut out that first second.
No, like, I guess not in character. What do we?
He's asking how
maybe, yeah,
urgently
like,
you guys
out of
want to get
character.
to Emerus.
yeah. Generally.
I have
Really
no particular plot or goal. so-
Audrin was
Do we
the only
stay in
character
Balriden, though? We've
who
been here
Yeah.
so
expressed
long.
Audrey's
degree of
gonna
urgency.
Audrey's gonna pipe up a little bit, and you're not saying this in character, right?
No.
Okay, but he's gonna pipe up anyway, and he's gonna say, considering we gotta make our way back some distance, and the safest way to travel is, in my mind, by sea. Don't suppose we can count on you to charter us a ship?
You're saying this to Lady Thorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what did she say was the best path again? Can you repeat that?
She recommended going up to the coastal town of Pasrial, where ships come and go to and from Emerus. Oh, that was me coughing, but thank you, thank you, Quimtub. I still have a little bit of a cough.
Hey, say, Audrin, is that how you got to this continent?
I
Are
have
you
no
from
idea
Emerus?
how Emerus. I was born and raised there, but this country, you know as well as I do. I have no recollection of how I got here.
Right. Well, thanks for the dagger, Lady Thorn.
How did she answer his inquiry about a chartered ship?
Oh yeah, true.
Well, I can't just provide you one, unfortunately. Pasriel's out of my jurisdiction. And Balriden's not a port town.
I'm sure they got friends.
I might. You might know of some. If you just look around. And she gives you kind of a knowing look.
And he's just gonna like pinch the bridge of his nose, realizing what she means, and go, ugh.
What does she mean, Audrin? Says numbers aloud.
I think we'll
What's Sonic?
we'll have safe passage, but it's gonna be obnoxious passage.
Why am I envisioning a certain Triton coming back into the story?
Well, what do you mean, Audrin?
It's an acquaintance of mine. You briefly met her. She left
The
here
one-
just a second ago.
You're proposing we take her ship, or go on her ship with her?
I think she means ask her nicely, which I've never had a history of doing with that one.
And why
Maybe
is
you should
that?
try.
Nope, I don't think I should.
What's the deal between you two? All I know is that you're friends of some kind, because that's what you told me in underneath Chill City.
So Audrin like opens his mouth as though to speak, and then kind of like hesitates for a second, closes his mouth, kind of gestures like he's looking for the words to say, and he says, suffice it to say, she had a job to do, I had a job to do, I did mine, and I prevented her from doing her own, so she don't think too fondly of me. Tried to take my life more than one time.
You care to divulge any details, or are we going to speak in riddles for the rest of our existence, despite spending more and more time with each other?
We got
how
the broad
about,
strokes. That's enough for.
That's
in
not what
front of
I'm
company.
asking, Numbers. Perhaps that's enough for your mind, but not for mine. I seek to inquire more.
All right then, Alvara. Fair enough. How about I give you more details when we're not in such pleasurable company? And then he gives a soft, he gives like a sincere smile to Lady.
She kind of gives you like a slight smile as like a alright kind of look, and she like kind of gestures like with the
disrespect,
back of
ma'am.
her hand with like a sweeping motion, and she's like, alright, you have your squabbles and I have my own to tend to, such as making sure the city's in proper order after this morning's little occurrences, making sure the earth isn't about to rip itself apart at any given moment. Now, if you'll excuse me, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Thanks for the dagger.
Keep me updated if you find anything interesting.
Will do. Who's got the stone? Humi?
Lumi.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we got your number. Thanks, Lady Thorn,
We'll be
My
in
deepest
touch.
pleasure.
We'll talk to your people.
for everything. Thank you for everything.
Let's scoot our way out of here, eh?
As you all begin to make your way out, Kumi, you are approached also by one of the guards that's just positioned towards the bottom, and they mention to you, "Oi, group slavin."
Oh, they are? I have to go now. I'm sorry.
It was
It
fun
was so
playing
much
with
fun
you.
playing. Oh, well, Kumi is going to give them a hug and then kind of like scurry away, not knowing what else to do.
Are you still Audrin?
Are you still Audrin?
I wake up every morning, I ask myself that in the mirror.
That pirate's a pedophile!
No, come on!
Alright.
No, Kumi's going to change into themselves and then give them a hug.
She,
Then, as they're walking away, they're going to turn to Audrin.
okay. And she gives you a little wave, and she goes, "Bye-bye!"
As I walk away, I'm going to use the sending stone, and I'm going to send a stealthy message to Lady
Did you say a
Thorn.
selfie? Is that what I heard? Stealthy! Stealthy!
It's a selfie of Umi.
So you can send selfies through the sending stone, huh?
ASL.
So I'm going to stealthily send a message to Lady Thorn and ask her if I can have a meeting between her, me, and Mordecai.
As you're like walking out with everybody?
Yes.
Okay. You get a response a few moments later, and she goes, "I'm sure that could be arranged. Not too hard. Maybe, if you have time, and it's not an emergency, come see me before you go. From Balriden, that is."
Sounds good. Thanks. And I'm going to rejoin the group.
As you rejoin the group, Audrin, you notice another Audrin.
He's pretty much used to this.
Are we leaving, like, Emerus, by the way? Like, now, or for leaving for Emerus, like, now?
We have to procure a boat. That's not an easy task.
We need to
But
go
we don't
past
procure
him.
that
We have
here.
a
We procure
connection.
that at somewhere else, right?
Yeah, you need to travel up north to Pastoral.
We do know someone who has boat connections, though. Or Audrey.
Hey, happy to be of assistance. Anyway, as he sees Umi approach, he's gonna pat them on the back, saying, "A little bit better, but you gotta get the saunter down. You gotta walk anywhere like you've been there before, even if you haven't."
I've been telling you all day. You need to straighten your act. Your accent's totally off.
Oh boy.
So, guys, we still have some unfinished business here with a certain Dame Cromwell.
So the kind of
Be
business
cool.
that can wait, or we gotta attend to that immediately?
Wait, who's Cromwell again?
The person
guy
who we
we
made a bet
know.
with.
Yes.
Oh, the other head of family.
Yes. He
Head
is
of the
quite
family.
powerful,
Part of the fam.
and he
Ask the Copper Dragon for a boat. You guys could.
What are the chances the Copper Dragon is a boat?
They might. Apparently, there's a black dragon in the ocean collecting boats.
Dangerous.
we could ask him for a boat, and then we need to travel north. That is.
Well, it seems. Go ahead.
I don't imagine people will be giving out boats like hotcakes, Umi.
Well, we agree to do a job, and then we take the boat. We'll be fine. It's just one night. Come on. What's
We've
the worst
already got
guy?
our feet in 15 different shoes. I'd rather not owe anyone else anything more.
Yeah, Lady
Well,
Thorn is
we
offering
can
us a free ride. just because they're Audrey's enemy. Or whatever.
Are you guys discussing this like as you're on the ferry back towards the Waterside District?
I'm imagining we're walking down this little area in the castle.
Okay.
This, like,
Something like that.
Or something.
Yeah.
Walking and talking.
yeah.
More than
Yeah,
talking.
yeah,
And
yeah.
talking
Down the
and
old
same time.
castle.
Okay.
Talking and walking.
Um.
So yeah, I mean, I think you could get over your differences for the good of the team. For the good of the team, Audrey.
Come on,
Well, what I'm
Audrey.
gonna do, I got no trouble with it. I just, I'll need you guys to, expect a little bit of banter and maybe have my back once in a while if she puts a knife to it.
What I
We always
expect-
have your back, Audrey.
What I expect is a clearer answer from you, especially if I'm going to be getting on to sea with this random woman. Now, you told me you would inform me of more once we got towards the, well, rather out of earshot. So tell me more, Audrey.
Well, if you want to spill some beans, then why don't we make it a 3-bean soup, as a matter of fact. We can all get each other's secrets as soon as we get onto that ship. Suffice it to say,
We could get on a ship tonight, potentially, if we make a good deal with Cromwell.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that. Should we? Where is Cromwell?
How far away is the sea from Balriden?
Good question. Excellent question.
You know who I think has a map of Decria?
I do.
Numbers.
Say numbers. How far away is the sea from where we are now?
Say it's about.
Numbers as you pull
DM,
out
what is
that
it?
map and you begin to kind of using your
No, I have like a feed or something.
Yeah,
that
using
makes
your
me good
observant
at that sort
nature.
of thing. I wouldn't even exactly right. I wouldn't even need to open a map or anything. I would just say, Mina, we're about.
Well, also if you look at the map just to gauge
Yeah, but
your
I
day's
guess I'd take
travel
the map
like
out of the
from
way
like
for
where this city is
for
where you're
everybody.
supposed to get a ship. You would know just looking at this map. It's about a 5 or 6 days travel.
It's also in our Discord. Is that accurate?
It is.
Does the lock feed into the ocean, or is that just the cutoff of this province?
Or under what? Under.
It's under maps.
That makes sense.
There's so many tabs in our Discord.
The log
Overwhelmed.
log. Hold up.
We're in
said log.
Decria. We're going to Emrys, so we're going southeast.
You would know
What's the-
that lock opens up, but it opens up into from the map. And you can see it looks like it feeds directly into the grasp somewhere.
That
So
sounds
where-
good. Let's go that way.
I have the map open. Where's the grasp on this? Has that been like pointed out to me accurately? I suppose by.
You could ask
So-
a
Go on.
resident of Emrys. He might know.
So what, you're looking at the
Say-
map
say,
of
Audrey,
Decria
where's the
right now?
Yeah.
What'd you say? What'd you
No,
say
I'm
again?
looking at the map of the continent.
Oh.
Or do I have that? Let me.
I thought you
I'm
had
looking
one
at
of
the
both.
Discord, but let me look at my actual inventory because that is
Oh,
not the
shit.
what I have in my inventory is not the same as the fucking maps in the Discord. So let me
So
look
that-
at what I have in my inventory. Hold on.
But
I'm looking.
the lock is the.
I have a map of
southernmost-
Decria and a map of Ashana.
Yeah, so you
So I do have that.
you have a map of the
You're
whole
such a
thing.
Oh, I have all
bastard.
that shit actually.
Next person named Numbers takes a potion.
Oh my god. He wants you
Uh,
dead. He wants you dead.
So here's my question, I guess. That southernmost body of water in Decria, that's the lock, right?
Yep.
And you're saying that that body of water leads out into the grass. So the grass isn't just land; it's ocean as well.
No,
Because
the
the lock leads out.
That's
No,
not
put it down
entirely
again.
accurate right
Water.
there. Look at the map of
Okay.
like actual Decria and compare it to the map of Emrys. It would feed directly into the grasp.
So the grass goes between Helsines and Emrys.
It goes in between Helsines, Emrys, and Decria. It's like the big connecting piece. It's all the grasp.
So
Sounds fucking abysmal. Like, how is that good? That's trade probably sucks. fuck.
wait, so do we go to Balriden Lock then? Are you?
That's where
was
you
maybe
are right now.
Dylan suggested? Yeah, so we would take that out.
No,
Or would
no,
we
no,
go
no.
to,
You need
like,
to
the-
go to
Pasriel.
Pasriel
Oh, so we have to cross a river.
We have
to
to
go
We have
to
to
the
go
port
north.
city.
Reminder that
Northeast.
not home to Balriden was a 3-day travel. This is like multiple weeks.
Yeah, it's a 5-day travel, I think.
This is a lot to pass. We're on a pass rail. What is pass rail? Did we ask?
Hold
Would I
up.
have asked Lady? I feel like I would have asked.
Looking
Lady
at
Thorne.
this map, yeah, it's probably about a week's travel.
Yeah.
Goody.
Or
Boy.
we could talk to the shady guy
We're
that
gonna
I
kill the
know,
goblins.
and we might be able to make something happen, you know?
That's true. And also, where's what's her name's ship? Audrey, what's your pronounced name?
Adelaide's.
Adeline Grail.
Adeline.
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 Adeline, whatever you want to call it.
Adeline.
It's
No,
just
it's
not
not
Adelaide.
whatever you want. This is someone's name.
Tomato.
No.
We have an Adelaide, and now
Put
we have
some
an Adelaide.
respect
I'm not gonna respect this lady. She's
Adelaide
mean.
is
on this
It's Adeline.
fictional character.
It's
you made up.
Adeline or
It's
Adeline.
Adeline.
what-
Thank you,
yeah,
DM.
Adeline.
Adeline.
I was waiting to see how long he'd argue.
I'll go longer.
I think now is a good time for a break because this is getting.
Oh yeah.
I think so
Oh
too.
my
So
gosh,
as you
yeah.
guys board onto the ferry and make your
Water.
way back to the Waterside District, continuing on whatever conversations you wish about Adeline, Adelaide, whatever, we're gonna take a 10-minute break.
I'll go get a shot.
Snack break,
I'm
pee
gonna-
break,
I-
smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do, now's the time to do it. I gotta go pour a potion.
I'm pouring one.
I'll be right
too.
back.
Do me
I'll
a
be right back as
favor.
well.
Winnie, do me a favor.
Yeah?
Check your DMs, okay? I'm a slide and pull.
Which platform? Discord?
That's gonna do it, yeah.
Check my DMs. I don't.
I just sent the message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Yes,
I'll be
yes,
right
yes.
back. I gotta pour a potion. BRB.
BRB.
All right, chat. I poured a little bit more amaretto. That is ironic, Quintum. It's actually, I haven't looked outside lately because I have curtains in this room, but it's like disgusting out in the northeast. Like rainy, windy, yucky. Okay, I'm looking outside now. Jesus fuck. It's bad.
Alright, I am back with a potion and an extra treat. I have a black and white cookie.
GM, when was the last time you looked outside? Also, that sounds delicious.
What's happening?
When was the last time you looked outside?
Why are you threatening me?
No, I was talking to Chad about how bad the weather is.
Oh, yeah,
outside.
no,
I'm
let me
looking
take a
out
peek
the
right
window
now.
right now.
It's
Look out your
raining
window. I'm right
pretty
there,
hard.
actually.
Yeah, it's coming down out there, but the wind isn't howling as bad as it was earlier.
Yeah. The walk back to my building, my
Yeah.
partner the other day told me was like, I don't know what it is, but in the morning it feels like the wind is blowing against me, and in the afternoon coming home it feels like the wind is blowing against me, and it's because of the like tall buildings. The city makes it a fucking like wind tunnel, so it's
Yep.
always fucking like windy walking to and from work.
And the city is absolute misery when it's got weather conditions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this potion.
when
Cheers.
the weather conditions are
When there's weather
when
conditions.
there are weather when there's weather conditions.
I just mean like no matter what it is, it's always so much fucking worse in the city because it is just a big, massive wind tunnel, and I feel like the flooding is just ugh.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take this potion. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, I poured a little more ammo though.
I'm back. Yeah.
Are you from Oklahoma, Quinton? The chat again.
Did you just take 2 damage?
I'm imagining Quentin
Yeah.
always wears a cowboy hat.
Oh,
Can you dip in a hot tub? Hell yeah.
Oh,
50 degrees, but like getting to the hot tub would be too much for me, frankly.
the black and white cookie is saving me.
Delish.
Look to the cookie.
You ever cut
is
those in
very
half and eat
fabulous.
one flavor at a time?
What are you, some
Because
kind of
they're the
madman?
heathen. They're the heathen.
No, you gotta eat both at the same time.
You're goddamn right.
These are some of my favorite kind of cookies.
They really are a treat.
Yeah, cookies really be a treat.
A tasty treat.
That they do.
You want to know
Yeah.
what else is a tasty treat?
Water is goated
Yeah.
when being hydrated is the vibe.
I am a water-pilled hydration cell.
What?
I'm currently drip maxing into my cup.
I'm so upset right now.
My water bottle shit in the mother toilet and didn't flush.
God damn it.
You guys should move to Austin and get a content house together. I'm from Austin.
Low key, Austin
I
is
would
the
love that.
Austin's like the only place in Texas I think I'd be even remotely happy because Texas itself, I'm like, I've been there. Plants are important to me, and like everything's like burnt and dead down there. There's only cedar trees.
Yeah, as a native Texan, I gotta be real. Texas fucking sucks. But as an Austinite, I do love Austin.
Isn't
Keep
that
Austin
place, like,
weird.
famously impossible to like get around by walking? Is that
No,
the,
no,
is that the
Austin's
Texas
okay.
city?
The one you're thinking of is Houston. Houston is like
Houston,
notoriously
I mean,
bad.
it's
yeah.
depending-
There's one where like you can't fucking walk anywhere. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
all highways.
egregiously bad.
I mean, even with Austin, it kind of depends because Austin itself, like downtown Austin's fine, but like actual Austin, like what's considered Austin, it's actually incredibly far. Like to get between North and South Austin, it's a long time. Like you can't walk that.
Do they eat like Texas-shaped waffles in Texas?
My first Texas-shaped waffle was actually on the East Coast, and it was so delicious.
Not
They
a
do.
local, it's not a local treat.
a local delicacy.
It made me put on my 10-gallon hat and shoot 2 pistols up into the air.
She arrives at the diner, which has saloon doors, kicks him in, and says, "I'll have the Big Star State waffles."
The Big Star State?
That's right, because there's a big star
Did
on the
you just
flag.
call it the Big Star State?
I know it's the Big Sky State, but there's also a
The
big star
Big
on
Sky
on
State?
Yeah, that's what they call Texas.
Where
the
are
Big Sky
you
State.
getting this?
The big sky.
Yeah,
I thought it was the Lone
It
Star.
is the Lone Star State.
we're getting somewhere.
What was Parquet Courts correct when they said, "As for Texas donuts only, you cannot find bagels here"?
That's
Oh
probably
my
true.
god, they're so fucking right. And honestly, I've had some of the best donuts in my entire life in Texas.
Lead singer's from Denton, but none of the other band members are. They're all New Yorkers.
I had donuts in Texas. I forgot what the place was, but it was blissful. They also had like pierogies. No, not pierogies.
Are you thinking of
Kind
kolaches?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my god,
I was so
I know what
wrong.
place you're talking about. It starts with an S.
Yes,
So-
yes, yes. Oh my god, it's like blue and yellow or something.
Holy shit, what the fuck is that place called?
Dude, I was so glad. Oh my gosh.
Born and
Those are-
raised in New Jersey over here, Quentin. I think most of us are.
Fuck, I love kolaches. I haven't had them in forever. What the
So
fuck is that place called? Sorry.
It turns out the Big Sky State is Montana. I was way off.
It's the fucking Lone Star State.
That's it, the Lone Star State.
What are you trying? We said that already.
I missed that. Montana and Texas are basically the same place.
The Big Sky State.
That is an actual state.
It
That's
sounds like
fucking
something you made up
stupid.
in your dream when you couldn't like remember.
It's
what
like a falsehood of what
Texas was
Texas is.
How boring does Montana have to be
To be
that
the
people
Big
go
Sky.
there and they're just like,
Okay.
well, they do got a big sky.
Now, hold on. Let me defend it for a second. It's called a big sky state because it has dark skies. You could see stars beautifully in that
Oh, I
country.
bet.
I guess
Probably
that
not
is
a lot of
nice.
light pollution, yeah. I'm back.
Yeah,
Clinton, the only
Gorgeous,
time I had
gorgeous.
crocodile was when I was visiting New Orleans, and that was so fucking good.
I have had crocodile. It is good.
It's
I
so
liked
good.
it.
People don't believe you when you tell them that it's like delicious.
Also, shark is like fish steak, I will say. Very
Well-
nice.
The thing I found about crocodile is that it tastes good, but it has a little bit of a bite to it.
Oh my god.
Boo.
Thank you.
No.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, you made numbers leave.
Oh, no.
What you did?
No, I'm just joking.
Are we all back? Are we ready to continue?
Yeah. I think we can.
Mina?
Let's get this show on the road.
Mina.
No.
Mina's fucking dead, y'all. She couldn't
I don't
believe
think
what
it's
she
been
was
a full
hearing.
time.
I cannot believe.
Lena found the acorn mug.
Acorn mug.
Maybe it would be fun to find like some fun like class themed mugs and put them on the throne in case anyone felt like snagging those for y'all.
True.
Could be.
Or just class themed items in general. I don't know. I do have random dice sets listed on there if anyone snags those for y'all.
I already bought Audrey a custom mug.
I use it all the time.
Yeah, that thing's cool. It's a tankard.
Yeah, it's really great.
What was the name of that gem again?
It's
I'm
called
just realizing in
Vivianite.
my items. Vivianite. Who's Vivian?
You know.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this. I
Who
bet
is-
she's a baddie.
who's her knight?
Sounds like a
What's she
baddie.
doing?
Vivian is a.
In my
is
notes,
a bad
green
bitch
crystal of malice / evil energy from Black Spot Cavern.
I forget who was.
Was Black Spot Cavern one of the places that opened up in the like we read in the book about
Yes,
like
we
the
did
earth
read in the
opening
book.
up, like when something happened or whatever. Oh my god, I'm
Relate
looking at my
to
notes.
some
Black
here's the
Spot
thing.
Cavern
If
must
it-
be one of the places, and there must be like Black Spot Cavern types, all over the
Here's
continent.
the thing: if it did open up, it couldn't have been too recently because we did find some remains of old pirate remains in there.
We did.
Yeah,
We
remember
did. There was
that?
the
old-
whole mirror and everything.
Yeah. How old was that? Well, how long ago did this supposedly happen? This thing.
that's a
just
good
like-
question. Yeah, the timeline.
You know what's funny? Valana had his journal.
What do you mean?
Valana had
I
the
didn't know
pirate's
that.
journal.
The dragon board.
No.
The ghost that I cast calm emotions
Yeah.
on. That one.
Valana had his journal that she found on
Is
the
that-
ground.
Is that the one that she couldn't read? Don't you have a book that you can't read?
No,
No,
Alvara has a
Oh,
book that
oh.
they can't really read.
Oh,
What is it? Valana
What is Valana
had the
again?
journal that she could read because she spoke Draconic.
We're
What
talking
does it
about
say?
Aldrock Udamorn.
what
that
did
right?
it say?
I don't. Did Valana ever share that with you guys?
I think she did
Well-
with
well-
Mina and me.
But Audrin would know.
Well, she
about
also talked about
Aldrock.
it to Audrin, I think, like on the road. Like when traveling between Notham and Balriden, I think there was a conversation about that.
Yeah, we were traveling with the kid with the hooves.
Oh, Galloway, right? You guys told Galloway about it, and that's when it came back up.
Yes. Before we killed the hags, I remember this distinctly. We were on the horses, and they rode up next to each other. And we're talking about it for a little spell.
So the book, like the diary of Aldrock Udamorn, from what she had gathered from it and what she could read and what survived, was the tales and records of a massively successful pirate lord,
Hmm.
who was independent from the Circle of Lords in a place called Balestier Point.
Oh, Port Ballister.
Port Ballister. It's weird, that's not what you wrote. He came upon some kind of cursed object as part of his plunder and kind of became obsessed over it and paranoid over it. She found out that his ship was a flagship called Stormhole. And that cavern was where he, in his final stages of paranoia while being hunted down by the black dragon, Umbreer, he hid parts of his wealth within the Black Spot Cavern.
Wow. Is this like a side quest where he has various like treasures hidden throughout the land and treasure caches?
He hid it all in one piece.
Potentially.
Can you remind me of the items the faded few had? Circlet, staff, and what was the last one?
Amulet. And Arania found a book. And Lady Thorn found the dagger.
Who had the amulet?
Kite?
Kite, yeah. The first guy.
Gotcha.
Anyway, shall we continue?
Yes, we're going to Balriden, right?
Yeah,
Matt,
swap back
change
over to the
Yeah.
Balriden map, please.
All right.
I love that there's folders now.
It makes things so much easier.
It is much better.
So Balriden.
Mm-hmm.
Balriden. And
It's a hell of a town.
It's like New York. Aldrin, I would have asked like if he knows where this lady's ship is. What is her name? Adeline.
Yeah.
Adeline.
Yeah. He's gonna shake his head and say, "Didn't even know she was up here. If I'm being honest, I was as surprised to see her as. Well, I don't suppose any of you would be surprised to see her. You don't know who she was."
Well, was she at the castle? Should we have coordinated with her before we
She left. She had left.
Oh, she left.
Like, as we should.
I see.
She had left
okay,
in an
do you know
upset
where
fashion.
we can meet up with her?
Not a clue.
I see.
Well, I'm
Insight.
kind of curious. When I saw their interaction, you guys had something going on there. No, I'm
Aye.
walking a bit way into the conversation, but what happened there, buddy?
Well, it's
This
Bit of a
is
story.
Audrey speaking to Audrin also.
yeah. Considering you were there, lad, I'd think you'd remember, but it's a bit of a story. I suppose some information I'll probably owe you lot before I tell this story. For it to make any sense at all, you need a little bit of context. Not just about her, but about me, unfortunately.
Yeah, Alvara's been asking.
Aye, that she has.
So, if I talk to her, let's say, as gesturing to him or them being Audrin, what can I expect? I don't like too many surprises now.
If she saw you from a distance, maybe you'd be accosted for a bit, but if she spoke to you for even a second, you'd have nothing to worry about. She knows me very, very well. That's quite by design. That one was bounty hunter. She went after high-profile counts and targets, and specifically for a specific group of people in Port Ballister. Generally an unsavory sort. It's not a nice business, that. More
And
to
so
the
you
point,
were involved with that unsavory sort?
Listen, I combated against her. I protected a specific target from her schemes, as it were, more than one time. And as a matter of fact, it's the better part of a dozen. She was a persistent one, that. After enough times, a little bit of a vendetta kind of occurred there. Something a bit personal, right? Say. She didn't need any number of gold to go after me.
So you were like a pirate.
Now listen, I didn't. All right, Yes, I suppose you could say that.
What's this D20
Listen.
I see levitating over here?
Finally, what we were all thinking is said out loud, and I want to roll insight. I don't trust this pirate.
Insight on what? What are you trying to discern?
I'm going to discern if he's telling the truth about Adeline's background. And that
I
she's
guess
a bounty hunter.
that would be useful.
That is
Actually,
roll
I'm
insight as
also spot check him.
Is that okay, DM?
Yeah, roll insight.
Well,
Okay.
You don't know shit.
I'm glad I inspired some of you others to roll.
Mina's taking everything at face value right now. She believes
That's just what Mina
no one would
does.
lie.
She's a sweetie.
No one would lie. Lying.
Oh,
Don't lie.
So that 17 is, I'm fairly certain now with the amulet, if I'm not messing this up.
Oh yeah, you have
No,
that
no,
amulet
no.
of +1 insight now.
Is it deception or I can't remember now? Ah,
I think
no,
it
I
was
think it
insight.
was
It was insight. It was
Yeah,
insight.
you bought the
Yeah,
insight
you-
amulet.
okay. If it's insight,
Make sure you write that
then
down.
that thing is like a 22, 23-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, he's speaking true.
Okay.
From what all you can tell, Audrey seems to be forthright.
Listen, whatever idea you got in your head right now, or what you might think of me, it wasn't quite so garish. I wasn't really in the really dark corners of that market. That is to say that there are some areas of Emerus where if you're born in, well, it's just kind of understood that it's way of the world. And I made a good living, made a bit of a name for myself. There's some details there that I suppose I should relay, but I don't want to dump too much on you at one time. I imagine this is gonna need to sink in. I mean, I'm sure you're all very shocked to hear this. I'm sure I seemed like an honest and noble fisherman before, so just
oh
please.
no! Please, do go on.
All right, I'll go on, but first things first, I've been waiting for some time for you to lay on us why you seem to have had dealings with hags in the past. Yeah,
Ooh.
don't think I forgot about
That's
that
no
little
question.
one, Missy.
I'm gonna turn my character.
Only
around.
people I ever heard of having dealings with hags were from fairy tales when I was a
Fucking
kid, and they all
numbers
got
slow
turned into
turn.
confection.
I take it you've never been to the Feywild.
Not specifically.
Not many people have. In fact, I think only one person here may have, and they probably haven't seen the horrors I have. And she's gonna look toward Mina.
Well, she's seen you, hasn't she?
Ooh.
Well,
Trust me,
actually,
I pale significantly into comparison to some of the creatures you'd find out there.
You gotta develop some humor, lass. It'll really behoove you.
There's no reason to laugh anymore.
Why?
Oh,
Oh my
I'm
god!
so numb!
no, hold on.
I have no problem indulging in celebration when the matter suits me, but oftentimes I find myself distracted by other matters.
All right, lass.
I have something that'll help you. And Mina rifles through her pack and takes out what looks like a small jar.
Drugs.
Marijuana.
She also takes out a small spoon. She offers you a spoonful of honey.
No.
That's really cute.
Laura will take it, hold it, but not eat it.
Just holding it.
Mina looks at you expectantly.
Like an interview. Hold it like a microphone.
Eat your dirt.
Aldrin's also gonna wait and not say anything and just watch and wait for Alvara to eat the honey.
What is it exactly that you're asking of me?
You said yourself you had a dealings with hags. You said never again. That's what she said. So what was the first?
Okay. Alvara exhales before finally saying, I'm not quite sure how that aspect of my past pertains to what we're doing right now. I understand that we're seeking to divest secrets to each other, but something like that is not really relevant as opposed to Adeline's, whose vessel we may very well be on.
Well,
But
it's relevant.
Perhaps I'll share another secret with you. Something that happened to me last night, and she's going to take off her gloves as she says this and show them the rot.
Okay, as everyone looks, you see Alvara's usually bright golden hands as the tips seem to fade into this dark, bruised almost rotted-looking flesh.
Oh my
Hmm.
god.
Last night I was approached. I'm still not really sure if it actually happened, but Arania came before me and tried to proposition me into some sort of
She tried to have
deal
sex with
Into
you?
sex!
arrangement.
And you
It
said
wasn't
no?
sex, I assure you. uh, what happened was she told me that after I declined any sort of offer with her, that as well as he can give, he can also take. And then this happened, and she's gonna show her fingers, and then she's gonna also say, and I noticed as well, for numbers, I'm not sure if it's a bruise or if it's also rot, but, and she's gonna kind of gesture towards where
Where
numbers.
the fuck did Audryn just go?
rot was.
I don't know how that happened. I literally did not do that.
Audryn just teleports away of this conversation.
Just like,
So
oh,
this-
that's ugly. Boom.
This rot, and that line. Can you say that line again that she said to you? The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, or something like that.
She said, as well as he can give, he can take away before she vanished, and
Yeah,
this
he
happened.
can
Lord
can
appeared.
give. Sounds like a gift. Where have we heard of a gift before? The gift of Shantae. Is Shantae a he? Guy?
No, that's a she, I
Uh,
think.
What
She's
what
like
if-
the Earth Mother.
Wait, but
Mother.
we saw what happened with the Terrace of Devotion. How something was corrupting it and causing her
Yeah.
statue to decay.
Well, there's a war between Shantae and Merkel or something.
Right, and Erishis was involved
Irithic
somehow.
is involved.
Yes.
How's
And-
Irithic involved again?
I wasn't sure the extent.
DM?
Did
What do we know
the
about?
extent to which Erithik was involved?
You saw that within the first writings of that book you found that it just had a side note that said, under the mention of Irithic, to see notes on Merkel and Shantea.
That's all we
Or
have.
the
Oh,
gift of
I see.
Shantea and all
One of
that.
Merkel and the gift of Chantel.
So maybe
And-
Shantae's gift is our life, and the gift, the servant of Merkel, is Irithic, and he's the decay.
That makes sense.
To clarify what was written
Thank
also
you,
in that
thank you.
history book,
Thank you.
about there was mention of a servant of Merkel and a gift of Shantea,
Okay.
with mentions of Irithic. Also within the first book in pertaining to biomes and history. The way it was written describing these fissures in Mars within the Earth are almost like it was described as almost being like scars in the Earth from like a massive, like colossal level battlefield. Imagine, if you will, like a kaiju battle.
Hmm.
That's how it was written.
I'm
Well-
thinking that this is very fun to solve as a sort of abstract puzzle, but I think you're missing the fact that we are fucking rotting to death right now.
Wait, I would have done something when Alvara pointed out my body. Where is it?
I believe it was like going
what
up
what
along
what
your
did
neck.
I'm right? Yeah. What
Yeah,
did,
it was
what
like
did you
along
say
your
again?
neck.
Along
So
your
I
neck
would-
towards
I
your
would-
jawline.
I would pull down my my turtleneck. At which point you would all
Exposing your gills.
yeah. At which point you would all discover that I had gills and had gills this whole time.
How does the
my
party
nose,
react to
lad.
that?
Hey, I'm just gonna gawk.
God.
Did you just say egads?
You've got the rot.
Yeah,
But whatever god we're working under is giving this one gills.
Yeah. So where's the route when I pull down my turtleneck?
It is going. There's a peak of it up along the side of your neck towards where it meets your jawline, but it's like going over like one side of your gills.
And like, is it blotchy or
It's blotchy.
in a
It's like
shape,
it's
or
dark and bruised and almost blackened.
is there an origin? Like one part is darker than another, perhaps?
Like right above where the gills start is where it's its most darkest point. Almost if you could pick a center point where it's spreading out from.
So like a vein there? Is there any like what's the significance of this and the fingertips and the? I would look at Audryn. What's up with Audryn? Show me your
Audrey-
ear, lad.
Audrey doesn't know what you're talking about. He thinks he's
You
perfectly
give
fine
Audrin
with
a
that.
look over. Roll a perception check.
I'd love to.
He did see the ear before.
Yeah,
But I
no
thought it
matter.
was a bruise or something. Hold on.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh my god.
Audrin
He's
looks.
got long hair. You don't see his ears at all.
Audrin looks
Can I
lively.
roll that with advantage? Because Alvara literally said, like, Audrin is decaying.
Are you guys
and I would,
sure? I'll
I would
say
look right
everyone's
at
like doing
Audrin.
like a group inspection of Audrin. Try again.
All right, single
In the middle
file,
of the
single
street,
file.
as it is.
In the middle of the street, we're all staring at each other.
As people are coming
discovering
and
we have
going,
gills.
everyone's looking as people are just.
Yeah, stranger
Rip.
things have happened.
Stranger things happen.
Okay.
Audrin's not gonna
Nick-
share anything. Like, I might be a little perturbed by this. He's just like, oh, fuck it.
No, he doesn't think that there's anything wrong with him, but he's looking expectantly. And
Umi,
he's
what were you gonna say?
all right, never mind.
Sorry.
So Humi is They shift into numbers really quick as they see the gills, but it's on Audrin. So having two Audrins there, they're going to study him closely. Does my shifting pick it up? Can they observe that perhaps and have two copies to look at?
Audrin, as you're talking, I'll say, Humi, roll your own separate perception check. Audrin, continue.
He's gonna kind of look at the
Just take the
evidence
first
that's
one.
presented,
Sorry,
and he's
I
gonna.
accidentally rolled two.
So a 12 plus.
It's only like one, so 13.
Okay. Audrin, continue.
He's going to nod, and he's gonna say, "That's troubling. There's no two ways about it. Considering we were in a worse state 2 weeks ago, I figure we could just drop in at a temple, maybe speak with a cleric."
No. This wrath is much, much worse than the sort of thing that can
No.
afford my... Let me fucking talk, goddamn!
Yeah, you guys have been cutting
I
off
can
people like
have a
crazy.
fucking pause.
with the laughter. How can you blame us for laughter?
It's just because everyone's got a thing that they want to say all at the same time.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Because we're all hilarious. Who's static right now?
This
What does that
sort of thing does not seem like something that can be cured by magic or a cleric. It seems much, much deeper than that.
All right then, what do you propose?
I think we need to confront Arania and solve whatever exactly this is. I understand there's a sort of puzzle that we're all playing, but I don't think the party is treating it with the
Oh.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? You cut out
with
in
the
the last part.
Treating it with the.
Oh no! Alvara just left Tailspire.
Oh no!
Alvara?
Alvara just
They
goes
might have
blank.
lost. They might have lost
Guys,
power.
we need,
Keep
to, we
posting.
need to treat this with urgency.
Sorry, I literally the power just flashed at my house, so that
shit.
just happened.
Oh shit.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now.
We got
Okay.
the
So-
gist of what you were saying.
Yeah. So no,
It's
but
like
you were
cutting in
saying
and out
we
pretty bad.
needed to treat it with the.
As this conversation is happening, everyone, you all notice this. You've taken a minute as you were walking and talking, and you've stepped aside to kind of inspect everyone, and as you're discussing, everything around you almost has its own shimmer for a moment, its own... almost as if the image of everything is lagging behind itself. Time is slowing. And you feel this prickly feeling all along the arms and the skin going up to your shoulders, along your back, almost as if your hair is standing up straight. As something attempts to grab your attention. Give me 1 second to change the music.
Can I roll
No,
perception?
don't change the music.
Uh-oh.
No,
I
you
want
cannot.
things to stay as they are. They're happy. They're pleasant right now. We're just having a nice
Cutscene.
light conversation.
And as you feel this feeling, you all kind of blink, and as you shake your head, just trying to shake off this almost dizzy pressure-like feeling you feel building within your head. You reopen your eyes and look around at everyone. You see this bluish haze that has taken over this entire area of the city you're in. You see the people around you walking by, and you see your friends in front of you, You can see them clear as day, while everyone has this kind of greenish tinge, like an aura around them as you just see wisps of things coming to and from the strangers that are walking by. No longer appear as people, they're like shadows as they just kind of glide past, and you hear this loud wind as you look around to everyone. But following behind all of these people, you see dozens and dozens of these white forms trailing after everybody, screaming for help in just various pitches with the that's just breath is unable to find full form, but you sense their urgency around everybody as these spirits are trying to get the attention of everyone around them.
Mhm.
And as you are looking around at everything, trying to get a glimpse of your bearings, everyone roll an insight check.
I think I know what this is. I think I know exactly what this is. Should I say it?
Out of character.
Yeah, out of character. I think it's
Ignore
like
the
the afterlife because we're all dead. I think we're crossing over into like the next world momentarily, like flashing into there, like
Auden, you
what's
gotta
his name
stop
from the
rolling
upside
dice in
down
between like the minis. It's just gonna get stuck on a number.
from Stranger Things or whatever. What are we rolling?
Insight check.
Perception. Insight.
I'm booting up Tailspire again, so just give me a
That's
moment on
fine.
that roll, and I'll have it up.
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
rejoin on my computer too. So
Hey,
You don't need to roll, someone just
numbers.
got a
You got
25.
Tell me I'm absolutely right.
Ew, 25 for numbers. And I guess let's just wait for the Alvaro check.
So you can continue. You can roll after the fact.
We'll fill him in.
Uh-oh. Oh no! They're calling the police! Oh no, maybe I should just mute myself for a second. Hold up. Alright, it's winding down. Alvaro, insight check?
Give me a moment here. I'm on the wrong board, apparently.
no.
Let's see, for Audrin we have a 10. You have a +5 to insight?
Mm-hmm. And proficiency.
That's cool. Nina with an 11, Humi with a 5 plus something else?
Okay, so I'm not very good at using Tailspire with
30, 20.
the deck. So that is a 5 plus. So it's insight. So like
It's your
10.
wisdom modifier. You also have a +5?
No, then it would be.
Unless you have a
I'm pretty sure it's
proficiency,
4 or 5 plus 4 or 5.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
We have Alvaro with a flaccid 20 and Numbers with a 25. So, Numbers, Alvaro, as you all see these shapes of spirits just falling behind all the shadows of the people as they're passing through and from the street. As you're passing through the Waterside District and you hear their voices. Trying to reach out to these people, you're all looking around, and then you glance up towards the fountain, the same one that you pass every time you come through the Waterside District. And the same greenish glow that you sense from around all of your friends. You see 3 figures shine with this deep, sickly green and blackish hue as their aura shimmers within this space. And as you look at them, they don't look like the people here. They don't look like your friends. They look like these rotten forms as they stand around this fountain and they're chanting. And with a 20 and a 25, you can pick up a little bit of what they're saying. You just hear them going, just chanting this ungodly sounding, almost ritual.
Do I recognize it from the Black Spot Cavern, perhaps?
This isn't familiar to you, but one more figure shimmers amongst these 3 that stands aside, watching. As you see, both of you see Arania's form off to the side, flipping pages through the book in her hand before, with a look of shock, just stops what she's doing and then looks up and makes eye contact.
Oh my god.
And then when you all blink once more, it's all gone. You're back on the streets of Balriden. Numbers, Alvara, you look back towards that fountain.
Oh
And
my
there are
fucking
people
God.
around it, but you just see a couple people just reading books around it. You see 3 people still posted in the exact same spots that you saw those corpses. But they're just sitting there, casually reading. You see no Arania anywhere.
Did anyone see what I just saw?
That was really weird. What was that?
I think we should probably do a seance.
I think that was fucking nuts.
As you all are standing
Um,
here discussing this, you once again feel a tremble within the ground.
Oh shit.
How strong is it? Stronger than the last?
Stronger than the last. This one's like a 4 out of 5.
They're chanting a summoning ritual. They're doing a fucking summoning jutsu in the upside down.
Can I
Like,
roll to see if I... No,
Everyone
Can I
around
roll
you,
to
the
see
stone
if-
is shaking beneath you. You see people stop where they stand and attempt to hold on as the ground begins to shake.
Do I know anything about what I saw in terms of, like, magical rituals or any sort of thing like that that Numbers might be alluding to?
I also have another question after
Roll an
that.
Arcana check. And what's that, Numbers?
Lady Thorn was telling us what everyone found. Kite found an amulet, Key3 found a circlet, Andor found a staff. What did Arania find? A book?
A book.
Yeah.
So that must be the fucking book.
Avara is just incredibly rattled. She can't even think straight.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
Mina's just like patting herself down to make sure she's still like there, and looking around really confused.
The book is the source of her fucking power. We need to separate Arania from that book.
The earth is still trembling. This one hasn't calmed down like the last. What are you all doing?
Me is
If-
going to
That's
sit
what-
cross-legged.
You said someone was doing a ritual? Do you see where they were?
They were by that fountain over there. And Avara will point.
That's in the center of the like nobles district. She's gonna do a bad thing.
Do you think those
She's gonna pull a
people-
Nothholm.
Do you guys think those people that are sitting around might be part of it? Maybe there's some kind of illusion magic or something going on?
I'm not really sure.
Can't
Should
you
we introduce
detect
ourselves?
magic somehow?
If
What?
anyone can cast Detect Magic.
I can.
Say, Alvara,
I-
can you
I-
detect magic somehow?
I can.
Oh no, our
Take
friend
some
with the
time,
horse is
I-
here. We can't let them
Audrey,
get
are you still
into
there?
the-
I
Oh,
need
yeah?
a little bit of time. And she's gonna sit down very numbly almost, with kind of like a dead look in her eyes, start to like do this ritual that she's done hundreds of times.
While the
You don't
rest
have
of us
to-
look at each
you
other
don't
like,
have to
oh,
do it
that
as a
just
ritual.
happened.
You can cast it as a regular spell. It's just ritual casting makes it where you don't use the spell slot.
Audrey didn't have any
I-
reaction to that.
I've been waiting for my turn to say it. So Audrin is going to look between Numbers and Alvara specifically, and he's going to say,
I don't want to risk. I'm turning off my computer because I don't want to risk like a surge or anything happening to it.
Audrey, you were saying?
Sorry, I'm on disco.
and he's going to say, I guess maybe you're on to something. Might be something a little bit more peculiar at work here. Not really sure what to expect.
Alvara, do you really have time to be casting that at such a long interval? Can you not cast faster?
Use
As you
use
all
your
are standing
spell
around
energy.
talking, those rumbling this time, as all the tremors have faded in the past, this one has not stopped.
Oh shit.
She's,
What are you all
she's
doing?
not even gonna.
No.
She's not even gonna address Mina. She's almost like mechanically and deftly just like doing this ritual.
Is there a way I can like attune to that? I assume that was some kind of other plane. Could I like magically try and like think, brain blast my way into like attuning to that dimension or whatever? Like, could I get back there if I tried? Essentially, is what I'm getting.
I guess now's the time when I will tell you that what you all have discovered that you've gained is a feature called Soul of the Undead Sovereign.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right.
Being reborn
Can
as a
you-
champion of Irithic, You gain blessings to reign in the new era of Ashana.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, I'm gonna copy and paste this into the Discord so I don't have to repeat everything.
Yeah,
Is this a homebrew feat?
This is
Alright,
something I've
continue.
homebrewed.
Cool.
Excellent.
The first of that thing that you have discovered that you get just now is something called Gaze into the Beyond.
Oh my god.
Your insight allows you to briefly peer into the veil, sensing spirits around you. As an action, you can sense undead around you within 60 feet, knowing their location until the end of your next turn. You can use this ability a number of times per day equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of a once time per day. You regain all uses after a long rest.
Wow. How long does it last?
Until the end of your next turn, so essentially it's like 6 seconds.
Interesting.
So you go in there, you get one turn, and then you're out.
Being from the College of Spirits, can Humi try channeling their magics to see if they can get back by using a spiritual focus? Because I practice contacting spirits to employ special tools. So can I try contacting that plane
You would
again?
be using one of your expended charges. So yeah, numbers, if you tried, you can focus in and peer back into that view if that's what you wanted to do.
I think like in character, that's something I would try and do.
Alright. So you take a minute while people are setting up, you still feel this rumble beneath your feet. And you try to find that same source of power that you just had a moment before to see if you can peer once more into what's happening. And as you close your eyes tightly, focusing hard, you crack them open once more and are greeted once again with this washed of blue and white space, fog just outlining everything as you see these shadows pass all around you of the people, with figures of white figures just glowing around, passing around everybody. And you hear them as they walk by. They're doing the same as before. They are urging for everyone's help and attention. And as you look to your left, you even notice one standing next to you, urging for your focus, and she raises a single finger and with a weak wrist points over towards the fountain where you still see the three figures that you had previously seen before that are giving off that deep, sickly glow, chanting louder and louder with that guttural whisper as they hold these books in their hands.
What are these? What are these figures?
They are like undead corpses, essentially, standing there chanting.
How many of them?
3.
In what like formation?
There's one. They're almost in like a triangle formation around the fountain, and off to the side, once again, if you just peek over to the side, you see Urania flipping through pages in her book. And as you look at them and watch this happening, you feel the rumble beneath your feet, and it's increasing and increasing. And you blink once more, and it's all gone. So you have sensed
team.
4 undead within 60 feet.
I turn to my friends and I say, "Hey, team, I think we just got the ability to transfer ourselves into another sort of undead plane, and I see some figures there that look like they're chanting something and casting a spell that is causing this rumbling in the earth. Should I do something about it? Should we do something about
We
it?"
should. I don't think we have time to wait for Althara to finish casting their spell. Humi and Audrin, you're usually pretty good at causing distractions and doing all kinds of mischief, right? Would you perhaps be able to see if you can do something about it? Maybe break their
Audrin.
concentration?
I mean, should we enter combat?
Are you guys
He's
gonna
Against
say?
what?
He's asking
What
if
are
we
you
can
fighting?
distract people. He didn't say anything about combat.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what
I'm
you're
just
fighting.
wondering. I'm wondering aloud.
What were you guys gonna say in
there's-
response to Mina?
Audrin's just kind of gonna smirk a little bit, and he's gonna say, So glad you noticed. And he's going to look to Humi and he's going to say, what do you think? You think we can muster something?
Oh, we can muster something.
If we're gonna do it, we should do it soon. It doesn't seem like the rumbling is gonna stop. I don't know. I also have something I can do real quick. Do you want me to start with that?
Well, I have a fun idea.
What's the plan? Can we talk about this?
So as you all
before
are
something
standing around
happens?
talking once again, the rumbling beneath you is not ceasing like it has before. In fact, now it's getting to the point where people are rushing out into the streets and are beginning to form a small panic. As people are looking to make their way towards any exits that they can, exiting buildings. There's guards in a bit of a panic themselves, but beginning to escort people out as you see the Last Light Vanguard in action. You see a handful of people in the dark green cloaks that you know to be the First Light observers on the streets as well, just trying to guide people to the nearest safe options, as the rumbling is not ceasing. And for every second you guys spend talking, it's growing more intense.
All right,
Can-
I'm
Is
just
it
gonna.
just-
something?
Can I?
Is it just rumbling,
Can I-
or is it like destruction of property actually happening and people getting hurt?
Andrew first.
So Mina is going to, because I was told that there is potentially people casting a ritual. I'm going to fly slightly this way. Oh, that's the wrong button. Still the wrong button. There we go. I'm gonna fly slightly this way, and I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire in this area.
Okay, what's the radius on Fairy Fire?
It's a cube 20 feet on a side. I want to see if I can get as many of them as possible.
What does it do?
It's a 20-foot cube. It's a concentration spell.
Yeah,
You get to pick how it looks. Any creature in the area with the spell is cast also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed a dim 10-foot radius.
So I can make, if I focus it over here, I might be able to get these two, because it's 20 feet on a side. So that would get these two over here. I don't know if they're the actual guys, but...
Okay, what's the radius you're casting it at? And are you about to hit citizens as well as you do this?
Well, so Fairy Fire doesn't
That's what I
actually
wanted to
cause
roll
any...
Arcana about.
Fairy Fire doesn't cause any damage, it just causes this weird glowing effect. And makes
attack
things
rolls
that are
against them
invisible.
have advantage if the attacker can see it. And the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible. So where are you casting this?
At roughly the area I was told there were some strange figures.
Show me with
casting.
the ruler, like specifically.
I guess I'll aim for... There's no good place to really aim this, but I guess I'll have it go from here over to...
Okay, interesting.
And over
Oh, you
to...
can actually make a cube, that's fun. Alright, in that circumstance, give me one moment, please. They have to make a dex save?
Yes, indeed.
What's the save?
It's going to be... It's going to be a 16.
Okay. Failure. Failure.
What did you call me?
Oh, I'm
What
sorry, I was
did you
talking to
call me?
myself. And then I'm gonna say citizens just automatically fail.
And I'm going to have it be
Success.
like a violet color.
Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna change base colors based on the ones that were... There we go, we'll just make them like that. That's vibrant, you can see that, right? And I turned their torch on, as like fairy fire. So, as you do this, you fly over really quick and you, with the palm of your hand, you unleash this twist of violet light as it goes out, and it scatters amongst in a 20-foot cube. The people that are rushing by and the guards rushing by, while this isn't hurting anyone, they are indeed lit up as they are running past, and one person that has just been, this entire time, just sitting in front of the fountain, reading a book, does indeed light up, but they don't move. And And within that same vicinity that you just cast it in, lit up and glowing, and losing the ability of invisibility,
That's pretty cool.
you see one more that's standing off to the side, a little hidden. As you see a cloaked Arania flipping through pages,
Oh,
quickly look up and glance around.
Get her ass!
Did Mina just like fully reveal?
You just took away
to
her
everyone?
invisibility because she rolled a natural 3 on that deck save.
To everyone?
Yeah, no, she's visible to everyone now.
Yeah, everyone can see her. She's standing there now. You all see her, and you see this one figure who, amidst this entire bit of chaos, is still just
I
sitting
can
there reading their
explain.
book.
can
Guys,
I
Are they?
think
just?
What formation are they in?
Alright, hold on, one person at a time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mina.
That's all I wanted to say.
What'd you say?
What did you say?
Oh. I said, guys, I think those three cloaked guys are part of it. We might want to do something. It doesn't seem like this is gonna stop anytime soon.
Which is why I want to roll an Arcana check and also potentially like observe something and do an action.
If you roll an
Possibly.
Arcana check, it will be your action. Are we about... If you want, we can now roll initiative.
Alright,
shit.
Audrey's gonna say, look to Humi, and he's gonna say, change your plans now. Let's, be persuasive. He's gonna draw his sword.
Alright, everyone. I need you to roll initiative now that you've exposed Arania in the middle of this platform.
Oh my fucking god.
Does she
Mina?
know?
Oh my god, that might have won you inspiration.
Avara's gonna get to her feet and prepare Eldritch Blast.
I did not know where she was. I kind of just took a shot in the dark. I didn't expect to.
I
actually
literally
get
had her standing next to that fucking guard post. Not guard post, but like that little like obelisk thing.
Can you also make her base purple so she stands out a little bit better?
I can. Give me 1 second, because I'm gonna write this all down with pen and paper.
Are we rolling initiative now,
Right
or
now.
do we want to wait? Because it is 9:30.
We're rolling it right now.
All right, I can't roll on Tailspire, so I don't know if you trust me to roll outside of it, or if
Just
you
do it
just
in
want to roll
person.
for me.
If you have your stats at hand.
Yeah, I can pull them up.
And I actually need to roll initiatives, so of my own, so give me just 1 second.
I
All right,
don't have.
I get to use actual physical dice. It's been a long time.
What's up, Humi?
I don't have my physical stats like in front of me, but I'm fairly certain I have like either 6 or 7. If that helps.
For initiative?
For initiative? It's plus your dex. It's what you roll plus your dex bonus, I thought.
Unless
I
you
can
have
have
an
like a
ability that
plus 1
specifies.
then, something like that.
Unless you have bonuses to initiative, because
Yeah,
some
if you have like a feat, or
something-
if you have a class feature.
I love it when things roll a natural 20 on initiative.
You know, just
No,
make it
don't
a
tell
flat
us.
5.
Such a
It'll be
fucking
more
waste.
interesting.
I rolled a 28. It's nuts.
You have a +2. All right, hold on. Actual physical dice.
Alright, once everyone's got their number, I'm gonna start collecting it from everyone.
Oh, I rolled it, but I forgot. I don't know what to do.
May the odds be ever in your favor. Hell yeah,
Hi,
Quintum.
Ash!
How do I
Good
look
to
at
see
the
you, Ash.
history
We never
again?
get to see
It's
you.
Ash? Oh my god, hi Ash! They're rolling initiative.
Well,
Yo, here's your ASMR. All right, that was a 1.
You rolled a 1 for
I'm
initiative?
not even joking. Yeah.
Oh no!
Hey, listen, there are some benefits to going later in the initiative order.
So,
Not as a squishy. Not as a squishy. And I have reaction stuff. It's okay.
alright, 20 to 25. Or above, I guess.
Yeah, that's me.
So what is it?
Next reaction.
It's 28.
Okay. 15 to 20. Nobody. Okay.
Humi, did you
roll,
did you
Humi?
roll for initiative?
Yeah, I think I rolled a 5. I don't know my stats, so I'm going to say it's probably a 5.
Oh, I gotta roll Aurora's too. I just realized.
True.
The veiled champion of Balriden.
All right, 10 to 15.
Why not?
10 to 15.
Oh, yeah, I got a 10.
Okay. 5 to 10.
I have a 7. And I think Humi said he had a 5.
Okay. And I don't know Aurora's initiative, so they're just gonna go bottom of the round. Okay. So, before you all, after you see Mina let out this violet energy as it goes hurling towards the center around this fountain, engulfing the people around it, citizens flying past as guards are escorting everyone out of the city, the rumbles at this point within the stone becoming so intense that they're beginning to shake everything. The buildings around them are starting to have that same stone just dust hiss as it goes and falls down aside everything. If this continues for much longer, buildings are going to begin to fall. And as everyone begins to rush for safety, and you uncover one invisible Arania, as you just manage to aim it in just the right spot, and she rolled a fucking 3 on her dex save. You see 3 people still sitting around this fountain in a triangle formation, reading from tomes as you see Arania flipping through hers, as you see her look up in surprise as she's now engulfed and glowing in this violet light, and locks eye contact with you all, clutching her book close to her. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Wild.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wowie.
Indeed.
Alright, great job, everyone. Very cool, very fun.
We got a lot done this session.
We did.
Yeah, for
Indeed.
sure. You guys got a lot done. Great
And
job.
now we're entering a pretty interesting encounter.
You are undertaking some intense combat.
I mean, I know who has my stuff.
Well, let's start at the top. Audrin?
This is gonna be a really hard one.
Yeah, it's honestly a lot of great performances tonight, but ultimately have to give it to Mina. Not only for good roleplay, but because damn, that was clutch. How the fuck did you know? And also, great use of Fairy Fire. That spell basically never gets any usage, so it's nice to see it taken off the bench. And also, just fucking so effectively. She literally went, huh? Who, me?
She looked up like, oh!
I didn't expect my plan to be ruined by a level 1 spell.
I'm gonna be honest. My goal was just to maybe provide some distraction of some kind. I did not expect it to actually reveal anyone.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, oh, there's no fucking shot they're gonna get Arania, like with a Fairy Fire? Come on. And then just a natural 3.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they might get her with a Fairy Fire.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight this bench. We've been waiting for this for a long time.
Alright, so we got a vote for Mina. Alvara?
Mina, Fairy Fire.
Mina, Fairy Fire. Alright, Humi?
Definitely Mina. Yeah.
Alright.
Unveiling the big bad. Supposed big bad. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I think this is going to prove fruitful for next session.
Alright, Mina?
I'm gonna give it to Humi personally. For that little bit of character development, that connection with who might be.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for the
that
follow.
for the exact same reasons.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so we got 3 for Mina, 1 for Humi. Numbers?
Oh, I said I second Mina for the exact same reasons. That was incredible roleplay.
Oh,
And it
okay.
also probably saved our life. If we had to fight her all invisible, that would have been infuriating.
No, Humi.
Oh, Humi, my bad.
Well, so we got 3 for Mina still, so it's gonna go over to Mina.
Nice.
And if you guys would like to vote for character inspiration on who you, the viewers, think should also get an additional point of inspiration, be sure to vote on over in our community polls. I'll be posting the poll for this in just one moment as we begin to close here. Community night, like I said at the beginning, we're doing that next week on Wednesday, so if you want to play games with us, hang out with us, and most likely debate on a tier list with us, come on over and hang out. We got a lot of kooky things that happen over there.
Kooky characters.
Stay in the know.
We have a Discord.
We have
We have
Discord, we
YouTube.
have YouTube.
We have things.
We also have a coffee. What else do we have?
We have a set of skills, that make us people on Nightmare of People Exchange.
We have each other.
We do have each other. Alright, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. We'll catch you all next time.
On this stormy Tuesday.
Bye bye.
Bye.